I think about it, let's not.
Should we cancel?
Yeah, let's cancel.
Should we cancel for today?
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely.
What should we tell them? To like make it sound better. Like, should we make it like be like Will
It
sick
was.
or
Yeah, it was Will's fault.
yeah?
No, it was all Will's fault. No, I have no
We'll say that
bearing or
Will got
responsibility.
attacked by police. How about that?
Perfect.
Yes.
Like we'll say that he
Joker,
was like
look, we have
attacked by
more
Mounties or something.
And rapid mooses.
I mean the Mounties ride
Rapid
mooses, so.
meese.
Thank you, Will.
Mounties ride mooses, so it should be fine with that. Just that we just say Mounties, I think.
In the very last dominant dominion.
What?
Oh no, I just decided. I was looking at why Dominion failed, got bored. I took off my headphones and I'm here.
Ah. Oh wow. Guys. We knew that we were live.
Oh.
We knew that.
Yeah, definitely.
That hold on. We know bits. Oh, okay. BWT, who I knew was here,
Joker, look,
gave 600
we have
bits.
more
It says to cross. That's gonna be 3 inspiration to cross. Which right after Han just gave 30,200 bits. It says to
Joker,
Yome,
look, we have
and then right
more.
after, Ronan Lost gave $8. Says happy birthday, Blue. Smashpiration to cross.
Are they giving me some aspiration?
Well, there we go.
They
Blue,
want you to
birthday?
smash Blitz, man.
Yeah, it's my birthday today. It's my birthday. I cry if I want to. It's my party and I'll cry. Whatever. I had some ice cream cake. It's pretty good. And thank you guys very much for the bits. Very much appreciated. Thank you for the $8 as well. Very much appreciated. Thank you guys very much. So that would have been 3 regular inspiration to cross. Let's go ahead and do that really quick. Oh, these are cross smashes. Where's regular? There we go.
Yeah, the green one.
1, 2, 3. I love how the cross smashes are gonna be far more. It's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4 for the cross smashes. And Yome
Joker, look,
is gonna
we
get
have more.
actual inspiration. So that's gonna be good because she's completely out. So that's going to be 16. I think that's gonna be 16. Actually, no. Yome. Okay, yeah, never mind. For a second, I thought this was gonna be Smash, and I'm like, wait a minute, no, Yome can't have Smash. I'm like, oh, they said regular. Never mind. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There you go, Yome.
Yay.
And then Ronan Lost says right after that, because you can't have a ship without a cross. Is that Smashpiration or is that regular inspiration, Ronan? Thank you for the $10.
Thank you.
Much
Ronan.
appreciated. Looking at it's like on one hand it's like I'm like, oh, Bug Vader isn't getting anything. On the other hand, I look over at Bug Vader's side.
He doesn't use any of his.
He also has like 2 fate cards he hasn't used, doesn't he?
He has 1.
1.
Shh. I haven't forgotten about them. I'm just trying to find the right time.
He has
and now
that's
he has
fair.
this one right here, and then he has this, which I don't know why it's all the way over here. Is this supposed to be the one that was Bugs or no? Or like what? Or do you just
I think
have
so.
2?
I think so. I think someone donated a card specifically to Bug.
Well, I wouldn't have allowed that.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think these are both his. It just got moved over here for some reason. Because because there's 30 Bug Inspiration right here in this bag, and I haven't touched it because I don't want to give Bug specifically a fate card because I feel like those should go to the main characters, like the main player characters.
Yeah.
Looking over here, a bunch of Will's stuff looks jostled, so maybe someone just jostled things. Like everything's like off center and like thrown around. But yes, thank you very much for the stuff, my dudes. Ronan said going to a thing smash. Okay, so that's gonna be 5 more cross smashes. Jake,
Thank you,
look at
Ron.
these cross smashes.
I think I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do
Jake,
with
look
them.
at these. Look at these cross smashes you have here.
I have so many.
They're gonna work really well with your roll heart.
I don't
Is
know
that-
what to do with that either.
What is roll heart?
Huh?
What is roll heart again? I don't even remember Cross had that.
Roll hard is what they got from their fate card. It's the going to the actual thing to get the actual definition of it.
I'm at 15
It
smash
allows
dice.
it allows her to use this on any cyber character in the game. So nothing like humanoid or anything like that.
The
And
most
they're
disappointing
and
part of
basically-
it.
And I don't want you to freaking like all of a sudden use that on Donovan and change him entirely. But no, basically allows Cross to get a different emotional response or a different thing from a character. Basically showing them to have like a different viewpoint of Cross at that point. So basically, someone could, Smoke Man could have been like, "I'm going to kill all of you," and then Jake's like, "Roll hard," and it's like, "I'm going to kill all but one of you." That kind of
Damn it.
thing.
Mhm.
But I needed to wait for Squeaky to be at the pinnacle of her ship and then snipe it using the power of fate cards.
Apparently, there's something in the. Okay, yep. Apparently, there's a color version of Yome's thing in the not safe for work chat. Perfect.
Joker, look.
Oh
great
shit,
job.
there is?
Great
Holy
job.
fuck!
Looks
What?
looks way
I'm
looter.
gonna go look at the porn.
That looks way looter. Anyway,
We've got color
Yeah,
now.
color.
Fantastic.
Color does that.
BWT gave another 600 biats. Says to Cross inspiration. Cool.
Aw.
So that's gonna be 3 more cross-spirations. There we go. Maybe if we just don't actually go into the game, we'll just continually get more and more money, and that'd be pretty good.
Well, a great birthday for you.
Be a great birthday. What is this? My birthday? Oh, it is. Anyway, my dudes. Interesting things happened last time. Interesting things happen in this game in general, usually. I would like to go to you guys. And, who did I make do it last time? Was it you, Jake?
Pretty
Did I
sure
make
it was
you do
me.
So, Jake, I want you to... I'm kidding. I would ask Will, but Will's saying again that he's feeling kind of bad today. So Yome, what happened last game?
Alrighty, last game on Dragon Ball Z. Hold on,
Last
I'm saving
game on
this.
last game on Dragon Ball Z.
Yes. Hold on, I'm saving this.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. You don't need to save anything. You did it.
Okay.
There's nothing to be done here. It's already
Okay.
perfect.
So, last time, I'm pretty sure we arrived home
Mm-hmm.
from that whole issue that went on with Smokeman at the school. And Yome was just in the copy bot while Bug Vader and Cross were checking out the lotus plant thingy that was in the box. It was making funky colors, and she was like, "What the hell is this?" And even though it wasn't connected to anything yet, they were still able to check it out. But I guess they didn't find anything worth noting at that moment. They were like, "We can check this out later."
Mm-hmm.
Alan came back, and it's like, "Oh yeah, she's in a body." And they had a little bit of a heart to heart. She gave him a smooch. Alan did very well in his control role. He did very well in all the control roles. I think, last game.
Which is shown by his increase in his control stat over the course of the last couple of games.
He's been doing very well keeping his control. But
He has raised 1 control, down 1 stress.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So yeah,
baby.
she gave him a smooch. He was like, "Whoa, man, I wasn't. Why'd you do that? What was that for?" and then Yome gave her backstory a little bit she went into it and then super duper not into it, because Alan was like, "What's going on? Tell me about it." So she did, and he was just like, "Freaking friends," and she was like, "Friends," and everything seemed fine. And then Yome went back into the PET, into the computer for the rest of the day, and that night, trying to remember. So Bug Vader, I think, went to talk to Blitzman
Mm-hmm.
that night. Yeah, he went to talk to Blitzman. I think about their fight or what was happening with Smoke Man.
Mm-hmm.
What had happened with Smoke Man. Cross went to talk to Miss Prague about the situation in terms of like saving her and giving her back the teacher's pass and explaining also what happened. To which Miss Prague was like, "Yeah, so make sure Alan does not go to that website anymore. It's not only is it expensive, he should definitely not be in there. Absolutely not." So Cross was like, "Great," but Yome was already one step ahead of her. Yome was like, "I don't want Alan on this site. I don't want him to look at any of this."
So
I
then
don't want
Yome
him to look at Miss
proceeded to look at any of this.
No, yeah, she proceeded to look at it to see like what. Noticed that there was a copybot section, and it was like, well, what do people do in copybots? Apparently, you can do a lot with copybots. So she learned a bit, but she also proceeded to cancel and delete his account. Which all in a day's work. We're gonna block that website too. Make sure he doesn't get back on it. Alan probably has a way back, but if he does, and he's a bad boy. He's a bad boy. And then after they figured out their stuff in the night, they went to sleep. We woke up that morning, and it was like, okay, we're gonna go to the park. We're gonna check the flower shop. Then we'll check the game store for some battle chips. Cross, do you want to try out the copybot? And Cross was like, yeah, sure, I'll give it a shot. And it was like, okay, Cross, what do you want to do today? And Cross was like, I want a piggyback ride. And Alan's like, okay, hop on. And she's like, nope. Nope, you get on. And much to Alan's embarrassment, they piggybacked around the house, and God, Alan wanted to kill himself. But all that was fun, and it was like, man, Bug Vader, do you want to get in the copybot? And Bug Vader was like, I'm not a beautiful woman.
Oh.
I can't go in the copybot. I'll look too
I
weird.
did not say that.
He was like, I'll stick out like a sore thumb, Alan. Look at me. I'm not a beautiful woman. To which Alan was like, actually, you'd be surprised. We used to freaking put Blitzman in a copybot. Nobody gave a fuck. And he was like, cool, maybe I'll think about it when we get to the game store. I don't give a shit about the world. So it was like, cool. And then Cross was like, I've had my fun. I'm gonna go back into the PET. You can freaking tag these Yome. And then Yome went back into the copybot. This is getting long, but I remember a lot. Alan made her a sandwich. She tested out eating. We learned that by eating you can power up the copybot for a little bit, depending on what's eaten and how much. To which he was like, fuck, I want one of these now. And she's like, I'm glad that you want one of these now, because I really fucking want one. And then they kind of went out into the park. Yome kind of just being really teasy. We noticed an old lady was keeping an eye on us. I think Miss Pigeon is what people called her. Some reason she secludes herself now, so that's probably going to be a subplot at some point. We noticed, well, the characters don't know, but we were informed as players and audience that someone who had saw us last night after the school incident saw them now. Even though Yome doesn't have her emblem or her headband, so she looks a little bit more normal, but we went into the park and had more heart-to-heart conversations before deciding we are now going to do something else.
We have more money.
That's everything.
That's everything.
That's everything.
Well, during that explanation, V1C7, thank you for the follow, and then highest GN, thank you for the 200 bits. It says for pink.
Woo!
I mean, I have my own summary.
Go ahead.
Okay. Pretty much we went to the Underhive, fought some mutants, met a noble, met the local gangers, met a guy who wanted to abduct Squeaky's character, and are on our way to where the mutants are squatting.
Wrong game. That's great.
Not only is that the wrong game, that was the game before last game of the wrong game.
And not only that, it was the same summary that Jake typed that I used last night.
Yeah, the script he fucking gave you.
I hate you, Will. From the bottom of my heart,
But
I
yes.
despise you.
The only things the only thing that you may have wanted to mention at any point is that there was confirmation that there was teacher and or school board calling the household of Alan because he had a bit of a chat with his father audibly downstairs. You guys could hear.
Oh yeah. And he
But
also
other
asked
than
about,
that,
like, the burns and
everything
stuff.
seemed very much on point. The person that saw you did not see you before you got to the park. They saw you as you were leaving the park, as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But and you also learned about a couple of things about the rumors and things. You learned about a girl called Anastasia, who was apparently the one who started most of these rumors. You learned that Alan, even though he is not fully to blame for all the things that people have said, he was in fact doing some of those things. They did happen, even if they weren't completely under his control. And yeah, other than that, everything else was pretty spot on. You did good.
And he's still super not ready to tell us anything. And someone mentioned she forgot the part where she wanted an apron, so she can only wear the apron. Yeah, I can't go into every nitty gritty detail.
Oh yeah, you can't go into every detail. But those were some pretty key points.
Besides, you guys have to freaking watch the rest. Fucking on Shaman Network.
I gave you a thing for doing it. There you go.
Whee!
I want to get into the habit of doing that for this game. If you guys do remember enough and make pretty decent things, I'll give you guys one of those.
Fuck yeah.
But with that being said, Yome and Alan had began to make their way away from the park, heading over toward toward the city. Apparently, Alan seems to know how to get there. Yome not really so much, but. With all that being said, there was okay. So there was another donation that happened that I didn't see, but let's go ahead and get to that. Crotechno gave the $30 donation. It says, "Let's make Cross a Smash Bro. Happy birthday, Blue." Hey Cross.
Why are you doing this to me?
Hey Cross.
The fuck am I gonna do
Cross.
with this?
First off, pretty sure you have more than, no, you have, there are 15 here, huh?
Yeah, that's 15.
Let's just do this. Pretty soon, everyone's gonna have a freaking Super Smash Dice. Cross, do you remember the function of the Super Smash Dice?
Yes.
Super
Is this the first Super Smash Dice you've gotten, Jake?
Yes.
You didn't get. This is the one thing that eluded you in DARP.
I didn't need it in
This is
DARP.
the one
I had,
thing
like,
that eluded you in
15
DARP.
charisma. I had like 15 charisma.
How many games have you been in, and only now have you become a Super Smash Brother, Jake?
I never wanted it. It's been forced upon me.
Shamuro hasn't gotten one, Ronan.
Oh yes, that's what we need. Especially since we know the family of dog fuckers now.
Because that's definitely how it's gonna go down.
Absolutely.
Emerald says, "I can't believe I became a Super Smash Bro before Jake."
Ships, man. People want their ships.
To be fair, Jake is finally in a humanoid. This is the first time he's been in a humanoid body since DARP. And DARP didn't have nearly as many people who were into giving Smash Dice, which is why I say that the DARP crowd. I'm able to say this because the people who watched DARP is over a year ago, and those of you who are still watching this are probably still. The DARP crowd were kind of primitive in their approach to things. They weren't as sophisticated as all of us, who enjoy their lewds and their and their ships and their very high tier things that they get into.
And Sly, because I donated so much to fucking Sly. I don't even watch this game. I just hear Sly. Give me Sly inspiration.
Protecno, you're rewatching Darp. That's true, but you're not part of the Darp crowd. You're part of the current crowd, you see. Also, you're obviously the exception because you just gave somebody a Super Smash Dice. There are always exceptions to the rule, Crow. There's always exceptions. Didn't Magnus get Smash Dice? Yes, Magnus and Toby both became Super Smash Brothers. They were the first two.
Ships, man.
But with that being said, my dudes, Alan and Yome, you guys are walking through the forest. From what you guys can tell, things are pretty neutral here in town. Not a lot of people are out and about, mostly because it is a weekday. Normally you guys would be at school, but there's nothing going on like that. Cross and Bug Vader, you guys are able to feel that the connection to the server for the park server is slowly leaving your range of connecting with. You were told last time that the reason that you shouldn't go into the server here at the park is because it is overran with powerful viruses, and nobody understands why. It's been something of a problem for a couple of months now, but they are getting people on it. It's just that only sanctioned city net battlers are able to sign into it at the moment. With all that being said, though, with that network leaving behind and with things of that nature going on, Cross and Bug Vader, I would like the two of you to give me a scan roll while you guys are leaving this place.
Did you say stand roll?
I said scan roll.
It's the work of an enemy staff. $11 plus 2.
21.
Whew. That's pretty good, Jake. Bug Vader.
Oh, look at me. I'm Jake. I have a higher roll and a bigger penis.
Bug Vader, you're keeping an eye on any of the system's back doors to get into the PET. Once you had heard that that there were powerful viruses in the park in the park network, you made sure to double around and check all of the different areas of the PET to make sure that nothing could get in. It's very secure. You've never been in a thing like this before. You're still getting used to it, but this is a extremely secure device. So you're pretty sure that not many viruses can get in unless you guys explicitly invite them in, like you did with these two Metools.
I just noticed the extra detail in the bunny ear Bug Vader, where the band is. I just noticed that.
There's just nothing there.
Yeah, like you could see that it's just the bunny ears under his helmet. Just kind of, and I love that detail.
I just love the done look on his face.
He's just done.
He's just done. Like, at first it was because of wearing the outfit, and then it was because people were still fapping to that. It's like, why?
I tried to make it somewhat height accurate from this angle, like trying to do this, but like having Bug Vader look like he's standing a little bit closer, and that's why he's kind of like weirded out. But like, I need to probably lower these two so that it's more height accurate.
Oh no, it's fine. I think they're fine.
But yeah, very nice, very nice art by Phantom. Which, by the way, there is a scroll of things going on with all the emotes still over at the bottom right of the screen of all the emotes that Phantom has made me, and they're really nice. Anyway, but with you doing that and making sure that things are going on there, Cross, you have noted something going on with the PET. You noted that somebody had sent a mail.
Oh, Alan, you have mail.
As soon as you note that this mail happened, Cross, you go to open the mail, and the message from the mail disappears. It seemed to have came in, the mail was definitely there, and then whatever it was seemed to have immediately disappeared. As you notice this, would you please give me a making sure that I have things here. Would you please give me a data roll? Debating on that dice?
First one 16,
Mm-hmm.
20.
All right. As you immediately look at this mail, you try to see if you can bring up anything of what this was. As Alan stops to look down at it, you check the very quickly. You check the return on the mail, and as soon as you do, you realize that something is going on in the PET. You look over and you notice that this Metul seems to be acting very strangely, and as it does, you see that it starts to basically be like stomping its feet very rhythmically, and you see that its eyes start to look a little bit angrier. You're noticing that something's going on with this Metul here. You're seeing some early stuff with it. Do you want to try to do anything about it? Do you want to try to get Bug Vader to do anything about it? What do you want to do?
Bug Vader, I think we have a problem.
A problem. March.
Here.
Clank,
Here,
clank,
Metal.
clank. What'd you say?
Your Metal.
What's going on? Checks.
Bug Vader, you look over at the Metul that's standing over with the other one. The other one's like looking at him curiously, what's going on? But this Metul seems to be stamping rhythmically, and it seems to have an angry-eyed face about it.
What seems to be the problem, soldier?
You make your way over to the Metul. As soon as you do, the Metul seems to look to you and seems to brandish its pickaxe at you.
Shoot it.
You don't want to try anything else. You just want to shoot.
Is that the beatboxing one?
This is not the beatboxing one, no.
Okay, no, alrighty. I was like,
You
what the
shoot
word?
it, you don't want to use your calm down virus now.
You do know, Bug Vader, that you have control over these viruses. You could attempt to use your basic virus control to stop it.
No.
Okay, let me do that.
Glory to Aristotska.
Look, I might have jumped the gun a little bit.
A little bit.
I thought zombie
To
infection.
be fair, you are an antivirus program and it is still a virus. It's like taking in a death claw.
No, I was thinking like zombie apocalypse, like, well, peace, goodbye, God. I forgot that I could control their emotions.
Put that fucker down like old Yeller.
Do you want to attempt to reestablish control over this Metul?
Alright,
Do you want to?
yes.
All right, I need you to roll me for your link.
Whee! Altogether is 11.
The Metul looks to you, and as it does, it seems to brandish its pickaxe at you. You go up to it and you attempt to regain some sort of control over it. You exert your ability. You're trying to get it to calm down. It seems to shake that off and attempts to attack you with the pickaxe. As it does, it's going to roll. It does. It actually just hits you.
Beatboxing Metal, I wouldn't shoot
It actually just hits you. That was a pretty good roll for this Metul.
Okay, it's a lost cause.
It does 1 damage to you, Bug Vader. As this thing,
Get the minor encounter nuclear explosion.
as this thing hits you with the pickaxe, you notice it doesn't do shockwave, which is what most Metuls do. The shockwave ability, which kind of like sends like a thing of force through you. It seems to only do the 1 thing of damage. As it does this, the other Metul like jumps up, starts like spinning around, like not knowing what to do. Like, it's like, I defend, but I not hurt friend, and I don't know, and
I
It's
was not
okay.
programmed for this depth of thought.
However, as the other Met Tool kind of jumps back, it looks like it has its pickaxe again. The other Met Tool scurries in front of you, as if to protect. Do you want to try to gain control of the Met Tool again, or do you want to at this point get rid of it?
Nah, I'll try again.
Okay. Roll
Now
me
that I
link.
see the companionship, I'm a sucker for that.
Nat 20.
Yes.
As you look to this Met Tool, the Met Tool seems to shake very slightly. You push past the other Met Tool like, no, it's okay, kind of thing. And as you do, you look to the Met Tool. You see that it starts to slightly change color. You note that the Met Tool's that the Met Tool seems to its yellow shell seems to slightly turn a pinkish tinge. You remember getting a warning about this at the school. However, you get closer to it, and as you do, you exert that energy again, that ability that you have. At which point, the Met Tool seems to stop, look at you, seems to start kind of shaking a little bit, and then throws its pickaxe down onto the ground. As it does, you regain control.
Easy now. Easy now.
The Met Tool looks very confused. As it looks around, it sees that you have a little. It seems that you have a little ding in you. As it jumps around and it starts spinning around I don't know what to do. I don't heal. The other Met Tool goes. The other Met Tool goes over to it, and they start looking at each other, hopping up and down. They're not really sure what to really do. This one looks back at you. What do you want to do?
Do I have any band-aids?
You have a cross. Actually, no, you don't need cross. You're in the PET. You know that connecting to any of the terminals here will restore you half of your health. At which point that'll get you full health here because you don't have more than half your health gone. Do you want to connect to one of these terminals?
On that, I was just trying to think of hiding the injury, going, "What injury? You didn't hurt me. What are you talking about? You're okay."
Cross,
But, nah.
you saw all of that going on. As you had asked, as you had mentioned to Alan that he had mail, Alan has been kind of looking at this. He's like, Cross, what's up? Mail?
There was mail, it disappeared, and then one of the metals went crazy.
What?
Oh.
It's fine now, I think.
One of the metals went... hold on. Cross, can you try to bring up my email again?
Yes.
I'll try to.
Cross, you bring up the list of emails that he has. Several of different things are shown there, showing that the different connections that he's made, including the various phone calls that he's had on his PET. As you do this, Alan seems to stop. He undoes the keyboard attachment onto his thing and starts kind of trying to bring up whatever that was. As he does, he's going to have to roll really quickly. He has to roll really high for this, even though he has a really good in this stat. That is decently fucking high, actually.
We'll fit him in his big brain.
Yeah, I mean, I have to give it to him. I didn't think he was gonna make. He didn't. Okay, I was not gonna put any dice into that. Alan looks into this. As he does, he seems to start typing things up. Cross, you're watching him as he does this. You're seeing the different tools that Alan has at his disposal by using this old version of his PET. Upon doing this, you also learn a little bit yourself about retrieving these types of messages. I'll give you a bonus with that, similar to how the plus AC bonus that Bug Vader has against the Canadums. I think this is gonna give you a bit of a bonus for the things. We'll get into that later. We'll probably deal with this after game because I want to make sure that I give it to you at a decent thing. But I'm gonna give you some more functionality with this. That's a really good roll. I did not expect it. However, as you're watching Alan do this and you're taking in what this PET can do, Alan seems to bring up a return address from it. And from what you can tell, the rest of whatever's written down here seems to be complete gibberish, complete, not code, not anything like that. Whatever it was seems to be corrupted. As Alan looks at it, the text is corrupted. What? When did I get this?
Just now.
Return address says. I can't really make heads or tails of this. I think it might be something to do with the park net, maybe. Maybe something here tried to call out.
Could I try to fix the corruption, or is it beyond fixing?
It seems to be. If this was a regular email, it seems that whatever happened to it and how Alan brought it back just seemed to jumble up all of the letters and add in like different symbols and things of that nature. It seems beyond recognition.
Okay.
Something sent an email out to. My email should be private. It has to be from something at the park net, though. He looks back toward the main tree.
You did say there was a lot of viruses and things like that, malicious things in the park net.
Yeah, but to send out an email to something that should have a private account that isn't even connected to the net, that had to have been something sentient. A Navi, maybe? Or something else?
Do I hear this?
Yes.
Maybe it's that guy that we let loose.
Let loose? Oh, Smoke Man? That's right. His ghost data is still out there, isn't it? Not to mention he might have made more whenever he got taken out last night. I don't know. Whatever it was, it seemed to do something to the Metul viruses you have, Bug Vader. We're not allowed onto the net here. Only sanctioned city net battlers can. Maybe we can figure something out, or maybe we could just tell people?
Maybe. I don't think I could do anything from the copybot, but can I look at it for a second?
The message? He
I
hands
do
it over.
have some hacking capabilities.
Yeah,
Whatever
look
this
at
was, it was far too simple. If there was any sort of anything there, I don't think something should have been able to even get through. From the copybot, I don't know if you can do anything, Yome.
Yeah, I don't think I could.
I think the only way we could figure out who this came from without connecting to the network is, well, he starts kind of scratching his chin. Maybe we could talk to somebody at Scilab? I might be able to send a message out to my mom.
You could try that. Maybe there are others who have also received strange emails.
I'll see if I can make a message today when we get home. I don't really want to bother her while she's working.
Then should we proceed on our day with our day?
Yeah, sorry. Cross, can you do me a favor?
What is it?
Can you take a record of what just happened so that I know exactly what to say later on in my email? Don't send it to her yet. Again, I don't really want to bug her right now.
Understood.
Thank you. Are you okay, Bug Vader?
I almost lost a comrade. I'll never be okay.
I almost instantly shot. I just love how we'll just like shoot it, kill it, it's gone.
Well,
Delete.
you were a good dog, old Yeller.
And also recording this, I'm gonna guess, does not require a roll.
No. Basically, at this point, you can put down anything of your eyewitness accounts of what happened, anything that Alan had just said. You could potentially put in the entire message that you got sent. However, you do know that if it is some sort of code, that at that point, it could cause something to go haywire at the place. So maybe putting like a screenshot of it would be better. But other than that, like it's very simple stuff.
All right. Yeah, she just copy down what happened. Yeah, like preferably a screenshot because you don't want.
Yeah. You don't want to have the actual code there, just the actual message there, just in case it is some sort of code. But yeah, you mess around with things like that. You eventually write up a non-personalized account of what happened. At which point, Alan will then personalize it into an email later.
I'm good at non-personalized things, like time of death.
I'm sorry. The patient has died. Dead. Forever. They're gone. Bury them. I'm kidding.
Rip.
I've contacted the morgue for you.
I wonder why people destroyed the hospital I was at with my amazing bedside manner. I'm kidding.
It was par to none. I would get 5 stars.
You go over to one of the patients. Hello. There is 23 hours and 43 minutes until your death. Hello, there is 23 hours and 47... I'm kidding.
I'm sorry. I said death. I meant surgery.
You have 10 to live. 10
however...
What? 9.
However, it is very much the same thing, as there is a 90% death rate for this surgery. I don't know, man. Anyway.
Also, the doctor is drunk.
He did not put his scrubs on properly.
Today we've decided to switch the janitors with the surgeons. Why did you die?
Just for fun. It's bring your daughter to work day. You're going to be operated on by the daughter.
Since you're gonna die anyway, might as well give your money to us. Hire merchandise.
Don't worry, she's good at what she does. She repairs her stuffed animals all by herself.
As Alan tells you this, looks back over to Yome, looks at Bug Vader. He then looks down. Can you guys, at this point, maybe block all messages coming from people not in my contacts, at least for the rest of the day? We'll filter through anything that might have been sent to me later. I don't want anything else to happen while we're not at home.
You got it, Chief.
Block everything.
Everything. Basically, you're making to where only people in his contact list can send him anything right now.
Yeah.
As there's this email, like, I finally have the courage to confess to you. Delete.
Delete. Fucking Christ, well.
Stand by.
It's just like,
Blocked.
as he sees that, he's like, spam. With that being said, Alan looks over at Yome. Yeah, let's head over to the trains. Sorry, I'm a little distracted now. I hope that I hope everything's fine in there.
I think they'll be fine.
Oh God, everything's on fire.
He looks
Fine.
toward the tree in the center of the park. He then takes his eyes away from it and starts walking.
Follows.
As you guys take your walk.
Flashbacks without telling me.
As you guys take your walk, at the end of last game, you grabbed his hand. While he was doing that, he obviously needed it. What do you do now?
She's actually just gonna stand aside. She's gonna give him that little bit of space.
Okay. So, as you guys go to make your way out, he seems to take you to this area just on the other side of the park. It seems to be a bit of a very small building sticking out from the ground. You look into it. There is a set of staircases going down to a potential subway-like train system. As he looks to you and kind of like motions inside, he steps in. Do I have the thing? I'm pretty sure I do over here.
Oh man, we're gonna go into a rumbly train.
Rumble trains. Yep. Oh, it's
Oh
right over,
man,
it's right
rumbly train. So many shipping opportunities.
Ding.
Fucking. So much sexual tension happens in said trains. Do you
All
go
of the
to watch
sexual
anime?
tension.
Just some creepy old guy walks up. Hey, how much for the copy bot for the night?
You step inside. As you guys do, you notice that there is a small escalator going down. These people are huge compared to you. I'm kidding.
Oh, I've seen this hentai before. So, like, someone's gonna touch Yome's butt, and then Alan, to try and defend Yome, is gonna have him touch his butt instead.
Fun fact, there's a hentai based around stuff happening in a train, and it's literally called Molester's License. It's really bad.
Yeah, it is. Like,
Why am I not
watched
surprised
the
you know
whole
that?
thing because it was such a-
Why am I not
I told
surprised you know that?
about it, Deco.
Why am I
Shut
not
the
surprised you
fuck
know that
up.
off the top of your head?
Deco, I've talked to you about it. It was like you were laughing about it. It's like, yeah, I know I grabbed your butt, but I've got a license for that.
Oh, is
You
it that one?
Yes.
Sorry, I have a license. You can't do
What?
shit.
Like, my erection went down, but I kept watching because it's like, you know what? I'm enjoying how bad this is.
It was really bad, man. I laughed the whole time.
You guys,
So-
you guys go inside. As you do, Yome, you're keeping a you have a much better outlook of the real world compared to everybody else. While Alan makes his way over toward the ticket station, do you want to do anything while you're in here?
Just kind of looking around, actually, like a little bit amazed. Like, it's one thing to like see pictures of it on the internet and stuff, and then another to kind of be in it. So it's just kind of, she's not like, oh my god, wow, but she's just like,
Oh, fascinating.
You begin looking around. You're kind of like checking out the escalator thing at the bottom. You're like heading over toward the sides to like look at different things. You
she's
check the
going
trash.
up the down
I'm kidding, no.
escalator.
Huh?
She's going up the down escalator, being like,
Intriguing. No matter what I do, I still end up down.
He goes, we're actually, we would come back up on the other side over there. I'll just let you have fun. But as you're looking around, Yome, go ahead and give me a scan roll.
fucking.
As you
One
do
sec.
that, you see like a Bug Vader like robot just go tourist spots.
Alrighty, so,
Mhm.
you said link?
I said
Or
scan.
scan. Scan. Okay, I'll put my dice over here. I don't trust that Matt. And you roll. I'm not gonna put inspiration since she's just kind of, she's focusing on a bit of everything.
Very casually looking around.
12. Yeah, so 12 plus 3 is 15.
You begin looking around, Yome. As you're looking around, you are noticing that everything here is very much high tech. You can see going over to the sides here, there are jack imports all around the stations here. You look and see there's the same thing over at the ticket stations. The escalator even has its own like kind of jack import type of area, which you're not really sure exactly what it's needed for that. And as you're looking around, you notice that there is something very strange here. As you make your way around and up against the far wall of this place, you notice like just inside of the cracks of one of the walls, not really like crack, like a not really like a crack like somebody hit it, but like a crack as in like a design type of thing. You notice that there is a small jack-in port just on the wall. Not really
Alan?
connected to anything. Not really like, it's just on the wall. It's not like on a clock. It's not like on a television. It's not like on a monitor. It just seems to be in the wall.
How far away is Alan?
He's on the other side of the small area getting the tickets.
Just kind of takes a note of where that is and then makes her way towards Alan.
Alan,
Okay. And yeah, what's up, Yome?
I found it rather odd at home that you could jack it to a plant. But why is there a jack-in port on a plain wall?
Plain wall? Well, there are many type wall. What do you mean?
Follow me.
You lead him over
Oh.
toward the area that you had seen that. As you do, you notice that Alan kind of like has to squint and look around at what you're doing. As he does, you find that you probably saw it yourself because of whatever kind of like increased awareness that you had gotten from the from being in a copybot. But the more you look at it, and the more that Alan had to squint to look at it, you notice that even the jack-in port itself seems to have been colored over to look like just another part of the wall. As
Oh,
Alan like looks at it and kind of like runs his hand over it, he goes, I don't know. This is interesting. Just about anything nowadays has stuff like this in case it needs maintenance. Maybe this is part of the security station, but no, that would be in the actual behind a locked door. Why would this just be out here?
do you think it would have been planted by something? Or someone?
It would have to be something that was built into this place. I don't think anyone can just make additions to something like this without like a construction crew or anything like that. Whatever it is, it's probably being put here for a reason. Maybe it controls the air conditioning or something. He starts thinking, no, that would be inside of the office area.
Should I jack into it?
He looks at it. I am curious about what it is, but it honestly is none of our business, Yome. This could be something that the workers use, maybe. It could even just be a charging station for all we really know. We need to get to town before the tickets run out.
All right.
He looks at you and kind of like shows his PET again. I have a pass for myself and for a copybot. It's not really anything special because I'm a student. I don't have to really pay for these, but normally you'd have to if you had somebody else with you. But because you're a copybot, things are a little bit easier. So I guess we don't really have to worry too much about it.
I see.
He looks back over to
I guess
it.
that is the benefit of not being a person.
I think it's mostly because people here use copybots to carry their groceries and other things back from the town. So I think it's more of a convenience tool.
A tool.
He looks back. Maybe we should take note of this, though. Thanks for pointing it out, Yome.
Of course. Can the PET take pictures?
He looks at his PET. Mine really can't, but he looks to you. Seems to like scratch his head a bit. Maybe we can get him some paper?
Sure.
We'll get some when we're out. He seems to walk away from it.
All right, she'll follow.
The two of you make your way over toward the station. As it does, he seems to show his show the thing onto his PET. Which, by the way, as he was buying those tickets, Cross and Bug Vader, you guys saw what appeared to be a barcode appear at the front part of his screen. You're like kind of like looking around at it, like Nyeh, like getting out of the way of it. Like, come on, let's don't tog the screen.
No, he just goes spam delete.
As Alan shows it to the thing, he's allowed to walk inside, and it stays open a little bit longer for Yome, but as soon as Yome goes through, it seems to snap back to where it's like, it seemed to have been basically waiting for somebody of Yome's construction to go through.
Oh. Intriguing.
As things come to it, a small train appears a couple of minutes later, and the two of you get onto it. Again, Yome, being in this place, looking around at different things, you are noticing that there are like old school Lance PET. No. This is the PET that was in the concept art of the first Megaman game, which is the oldest PET version. The first one that Lan had was a step above this one. This one has its own keyboard and stuff like that. I'll get a picture of it later.
Wait, the first Mega Man game, was it Cutman stage?
I meant the
Fireman?
first, and you know what I fucking meant. You know what I fucking meant.
You know what you meant. That's why he did it.
As you guys go into it, eventually you are let out. You are looking around at everything. Not a lot of above ground scenery with the place you're going, Yome. Maybe you didn't go far enough, or maybe you're on a different route. But it seemed to have been underground the entire time for you guys. So unfortunately, there's not a lot of scenery to look at. Would you like to do anything while you guys are on the train? I will say, Bug Vader and Cross, you guys do not find any systems you guys can just jump into from where you are. You are still connected to the internet, to where you can surf it, but you cannot connect to the town net. In fact, you no longer feel the town net at all as you leave the area.
She would see, and probably would not be aware that railings are a thing on trains. How rumbly is this train?
It's pretty rumbly.
Pretty damn rumbly.
It's not like the most smooth ride that could possibly be. You see that Alan had probably stayed to stand since you probably stood. So it's pretty rumbly.
Neat. It's a rumbly train. Trains are rumbly.
The two of you are in the train for a little bit. Eventually, Bug Vader and Cross, you guys feel that there is a network around you guys that you could potentially connect to wirelessly. As you find that this is the Dentech. I believe this would be Dentech 2. You guys get the ID of Dentech 2, which is closer into the actual city. And Yome and Alan leave the train area.
Oh, I wanted to try something while we were still in the rumbly
I asked
train.
if you wanted to do anything while you're in the train.
No, I just wanted to test my luck on the train.
Go ahead.
Yay!
You do you.
You just check my rumbly luck on the rumbly train. That's a 13 plus 2. And then plus my charisma, which is a 3. That there's an 18.
Where's your charisma? I don't see no 3 charisma.
Scan.
That's not
Scan.
Why are you doing
Is it
scan?
Oh no, it's Link. Link. I confused them. I'm sorry. Link. Okay, so that's still a 17.
What are you doing?
No, I just want to know how rumbly the train is. Do I fall? Do I fall? Do I bump into somebody?
If you're rolling to fall, then, to see if how sturdy you are, and if you're rolling for that kind of a thing, go ahead and just give me a straight luck roll.
Sweet.
Because you aren't, unless you're telling me Yome is actively trying to do something, this is not a stat thing. However, you can use this because I know what you want to do.
Yes.
So go ahead.
Give them what they want. That's a 3.
So I was going to let you roll to see how things are. The higher you would have went, the better you would have done. And because Smash Dice is involved, you could have minused it. So I would like to ask you, is this a 3 or a -1?
So the worst
for how well you
is...
take this train ride.
All right. Okay, so wait.
Either way,
No.
you're taking it bad.
Mm-hmm.
So is this a 3 or a -1?
Let's go for the 3.
Okay.
Let's go for the 3. She's not holding on to a rail, and this is a rumbly train, so...
As the
This is
train
how we
had
learn.
started, Alan seemed to have instinctively grabbed at a railing above him. However, you did not, because you do not have those instincts. You try to keep yourself stable for the most part. As it stops at the next station, you seemed perfectly fine. You look over toward Alan, and he does not seem to have noticed that you had any problems. As soon as the train starts up again, you seem to basically get kind of shoved directly from the thing. You try to correct yourself overly, and as you do, you basically pin Alan up against the wall of the train. As this happens, Alan has released the hold he had of whatever he was holding. Luckily, looking around the train, there's nobody in the train at the moment. Because again, it's a weekday. People have already went off to their work, and not many people are going off doing anything right now. The immediate area you're in does not have anybody there. You have pinned Alan up against the wall. with your you. At which point you try to stumble around with the "oh, I'm sorry" or anything of that nature. However, the bumps of the train continue, at which point you and Alan both basically fall, and you are on top of Alan on the ground. As you guys tried to stay up for a second, Alan puts his hand out to try to grab something else. At which point you guys shift. You are stronger than Alan. You drag him down with you. You guys are basically on the ground. You are on top of him, and he is basically. Yome, are you okay?
I feel that I have been affected by inertia more than I originally intended.
It's fine. Are you sure you're fine?
I do not feel pain. As far as I know, yet. My apologies. This is probably a compromising situation, is it not?
No, it's fine as long as you're fine. Now that I know you're fine, it's Yome. Do you want to try to get up?
Yes.
Just a friendly reminder on the train. Please wear a condom. We don't want
Please wear a condom.
God damn it.
Just a friendly reminder from your local train.
Wear a condom.
All right, Yome, do you want to get up off of Alan?
If the train is still moving, it'll be stumbly, but she will try to get up.
Or me luck.
Yay!
You can choose whether or not to use the smash dice or not. It doesn't matter to me.
Fuck yeah! This is just fun at this point. Fucking... I'm a troll, dude, man. 15 plus 6.
Okay. I will tell you for what you want. You want lower numbers. Do you want a -6 from this roll?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, so that's gonna be a 9.
Fuck yeah.
As you go to get off of Alan, you try your best to stand up. However, you immediately slip yet again. And at this point, you were a little bit higher up. Alan was trying to get up as well. And you have basically collapsed your chest into Alan's not chest. Basically meaning you have shoved your boobs into the Alan. As he goes, Yome!
Oh no. You cannot breathe, can you?
No, it's okay. Here's how we're gonna do this. Okay, grab the seat right there.
Okay.
Grabs.
All right, pull yourself up.
Okay.
Pulls up.
You shakily get up from where you are. You rolled a 9, so at this point, we're gonna probably go with your basic motor functions. You pull yourself up just as you do. Alan is on the ground. You see him actually turn his head as soon as you get up, away from you for a moment, as he goes to get up himself. As he does, he brings himself to you. It's like, okay, this rail here, this bar, grab onto it and hold on, okay?
Okay. Is that what these are for?
Yeah, I'm really sorry. I didn't mention, you're probably not used to the copybot right now, but you've been in it the entire time, so I've just assumed, sorry.
It's...
What would the -1 have been? I guess we'll never know.
Fucking panty in the panties. I don't fucking know either, but that's fine.
No. It is my own lack of awareness. I didn't think trains were so shaky.
Well, this is a high-speed train. We are a little bit away from, well, the major hustle and bustle of the city. It doesn't really feel like we're going as fast as we are, but this is one of the fastest trains in Dentek. You might just be more sensitive to it than we are. I believe the trains were built so that we wouldn't really feel a lot of the inertia. But at the same time, it's kind of funny. Sorry, I just, the thought that you were affected by it a little bit more than me makes me feel like, copybots are still a little flawed, which is great because, flaws are I'm not saying this correctly. As he starts like kind of stumbling over his words, I'm gonna have him roll for some. Fucking nat 20's another control roll. I don't. Okay. He sighs and takes a little bit of a breath again as he goes. What I was saying is that flaws are nice because, I mean, everyone has them, net navis or humans, and if copybots got rid of all of them, then I think that would take away some of your uniqueness, you know?
Ah, so flaws are human.
Yeah.
Yet again, I still feel I should apologize. That might have been very uncomfortable. As well, I do not know the weight of this body. It probably was heavy.
No heavier than any other person would be. Don't worry. A little bit more, maybe dense, but I believe they've basically made them similar weights in case, you know, different areas that are made for us, amusement parks, trains, bikes, things like that, that would probably collapse under the weight of something much heavier. Don't worry,
when they first
you
were
were
made,
fine.
there was a rash of crushed pelvises.
I'm talking to you very normally about this because, well, I really nat 20 to control roll. So I'm very rational and casual about this kind of thing, while also not letting you know that holy crap, you crushed me under your boobs.
I just titties. How many times has my face been in titties today?
How many times have my face been in titties the past 2 days? Oh my god. Anyway.
Is this what it feels like to be a harem protagonist?
Blue, is he bullshitting? But the way copybots are, they are slightly heavier than a regular human body of that shape would be. But as you guys might learn today, the technology that was used to make them is very much accompanied with that. Like they took that into account. No copybot weighs like heavier than like the heaviest like real human, unless they are something like Blitzman, at which point it would be in the design of those type of navis to be heavier. Basically, however much biomass that thing would have, basically dictates how much they weigh. Whereas someone like Yome, who looks around the same as like a you know, like teenish girl, would be probably weigh a little bit more than what a normal teenish girl would weigh, not a lot more. Whereas someone like Blitzman or Bug Vader, who are very tall man type of robots who are very metallic, because of how they are made, they would be much heavier than their human counterparts.
Wouldn't be as fun considering all the armor and the metal and the plates.
I mean,
Yome is the squishiest.
Technically, what's on it? It's a very strange. Once I start like actually talking about like copybot stuff, it's like, how do they make both bio stuff and metal? And it's like, how about you guys turn off your fucking brains for a second? I'm kidding.
We don't need nitpickers in this shit.
But yeah.
Welcome to Mega Man. We work on bullshit and magic.
I'm basically trying to make sense of the things that are in Mega Man, like copybots.
Science.
Copybots are the absolute worst. Other than like the fact that one of the main concept of the NetNavi games is that somebody's kid died, and instead of letting that kid die, he somehow digitized his brain into a NetNavi.
Isn't there also
basically
that one
giving
Mega
his
Man
NetNavi a
game
fucking
where,
soul.
isn't there also that one Mega Man game where there's a character in a copybot that falls in love with Lan?
Let's not talk about that. That is actually the main kind of plot of the copybot centric area of NT Warrior, is one of the Navis that is in there. Basically, she's indistinguishable from any sort of human, and they never explain how that happens. They never explain how or why. Also, they tried to use giant copybots to make a giant fucking terrible wolf and falcon like beast appear in the real world. So yeah, things get weird in Mega Man.
Science.
Anywho.
Bioscience.
Science is pretty neat. Science rules.
Science rules.
But with him kind of showing you what to do, it takes you a little bit to get used to the shakiness of things. From what you can tell, potentially this is because of your increased feeling. From what Alan had explained, potentially it's because these trains were meant to stop humans from kind of noticing to how fast you're going. You seem to be a little bit more in tune with how quickly you're moving, which is why you were kind of thrown off balance a bit. To explain the low ass rolls, but yes. As the rest of the trip is somewhat uneventful, you notice that every now and then Alan kind of like looks away from you for a moment, but then he kind of like does return to it with a smile, and like he does chat with you like very casually. Also chatting with Cross and Bug Vader very casually about like going to the to where you guys are going. He mentions, you know, the Higsby shop. He mentions blah blah blah, stuff like that. But as you guys all make your way out from the train area, you come out into a very similar looking area on the other side of this place. Looking in there. The only thing that is different about the area you walk into is that as you guys step out from that area, you notice that there is a section off to the side at a door that Alan seems to almost immediately make a kind of walk towards. He doesn't seem to be going to leave the station immediately. Yome?
Isn't the exit another direction?
Oh, we need to rent copybots, right?
Ah, yes. We do that here.
Cross, you had said that you were going to look up if there was any problems with having more than one Navi out, right?
Yes.
I don't think there should have been anything, but did you find anything on it?
Did I find anything?
Last time I had told you, you had basically found that no, there's no real law about it.
No, there is no complication with it.
Okay, Bug Vader, do you wanna try?
Alright, why not?
He looks over toward it as he starts kind of like going to his PT. He's like, okay, each of them for I believe 2 hours would be 100 zenny. Do we have that? I could use my card, but I don't know how much I might have left on it.
Our little joint account. Or the little joint account.
5,700.
You guys have 5,700.
Yeah. Oh. We have more than enough.
Okay. That'll be 200 then for two. If you're wanting to as well, Cross, right?
I don't see why not.
He seems to smile. Yes, it is very cheap, guys. They're basically like $1 to $2. However, they are cheaper for Alan than they would be for other people because he is a student at this very prestigious school, you see.
Student discount.
Basically, he gets an increase in the amount of time that he gets to spend with these, as well as a decrease to the cost. Normally, I believe, if I have it written down on my sheets, it would be 500 for 30 minutes, normally. And that's for each.
Wow.
However, there's also deals of like, you know, if you're going grocery shopping, blah blah blah, you can get like a 2 hour for like slightly cheaper than however much 2 hours would go. Stuff like that. More increase in time means less overall cost.
Freaking scan your receipt at the end and they invoice you.
But you know, if you're just going to be like, oh, you know, hang out with me for 30 minutes doing fucking whatever, it's like, oh, that's the cheapest thing? Yeah, fucking charge him as much as you want.
Look at Alan flexing his privilege.
Hell yeah. His student privilege with his fucking big brain and his fucking somewhat decent destroyed family.
But hey, discount copybots.
Sorry, I was just contemplating contemplating my life and how my mother and father will never be in the same room with each other again, and it's probably all my anyway. So I'm kidding.
Do you want to use me as a distraction?
Yes. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, I mean no.
Yes.
He doesn't say any of that.
I know he doesn't.
As he goes over to the section, he heads over toward the door. We'll use this door just for shits and giggles.
I don't want you as a distraction.
As he makes his way
no.
there, he brings his PET up to the system. He brings the jack out cord or the jack in cord up to it. He connects it there. You guys do not feel like there's anything here you can connect to immediately. However, he goes, "All right, 100. Bug Vader, you ready?"
Hold on. Just getting my suit on.
You two behave yourself, or I'll shoot you straight in the face. I swear to God.
Put you down like old Yeller, I will.
I didn't hesitate the first time. I won't. I definitely won't the second.
There's
Thank you for the birthday wishes, Phoenix. If I miss any birthday wishes, I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing this, but thank you very much.
There's two things I hate: zombies and procreation.
Also, Mass 1997. Thank you for the follow. That was 12 minutes ago, but thank you. Anywho, are you ready, Bug Vader?
Yep.
All right. Jack in, Bug Vader, execute.
Oh no, I'm dead.
Cross Bug Vader seems to completely disappear from the PET. As he does, Bug Vader, you feel something happen as you feel yourself get sucked through the connector, through the connection of everything going on. And as you do, you find yourself kind of opening your eyes. Upon opening them, you see a complete blackness about you. You feel yourself kind of moving as well, involuntarily. You also feel yourself still connected to something. You try to move one of your arms, however, it does not seem to move. As everything seems to kind of boot up for you, a light seems to appear at the end of whatever it is you're moving towards. As this happens, it's a very small light at the very top of a door. You get pushed up to the edge of whatever this place is. All the connectors seem to go away from where you are, and you feel you have complete motor control over your arms and legs yet again.
Huh.
Finally, Vader, you can't hear Bug.
That's what I was gonna ask.
There can be only one.
After 10,000 years, I am finally free.
You feel you have complete motor control. Do you want to make your way forward?
He's gonna make his way forward, looking perplexed, but that's probably because he's not used to the body. That's why he seems weird.
As it
So
happens,
alone inside me.
you go forward. You kind of like get used to the darkness that's around you. You can kind of see a little bit. You see a door handle in front of you. Do you go to go for it?
Yes.
You step forward, and as you do, Bug Vader, you step out. You open the door and you step out from inside. As you do, you look forward to see this room. You put your hand up involuntarily, like over your eyes. And you see both Yome and Alan standing out in front of you. Yome, you see Bug Vader stepping out from the doorway in front of you. Bug Vader.
Oh, God, is this what human light is like?
Yes, isn't it wonderful?
I think it's
I
fluorescent.
want to gouge my eyes out.
Okay.
That's not good.
You good?
Screams in binary.
Oh, God.
Are you okay, Bug Vader?
Oh, the natural light. Can I have some unnatural light?
It's fluorescent.
Yeah, whatever
Oh.
that means.
Oh, God. Fluorescent's terrible.
How do
Do
you
you
feel
not-
other than that, Bug Vader?
Do you
Oh,
not like it?
What would you say, Will?
Oh, I feel pretty good, actually.
There we go. Mike was being weird.
Do you not like it?
Oh, it's actually pretty nice.
You're really tall for what I thought you would be.
Thanks?
Sorry, I guess I've only ever seen, like, a couple of people being copybots, this close to me that aren't, you know, he looks at you. You look down at Alan. You feel like you're around 6 foot tall.
I expected you to be taller.
Sorry. I'm not, I mean, he looks at you, he looks over at Yome. It's like, I'm still at least a little bit, you know, at least, well,
You are still growing.
Oh no, some people stay that height forever.
1 second. Bug Vader, do you mind if I check something real quick?
Sure.
He steps forward towards you. As he does, he seems to, like, reach up towards you, and try to, like, touch at your helmet a bit. As he
Okay.
does, well, it doesn't seem like anything's loose. It just seems aesthetic. Okay, you seem fine, Bug Vader.
Yeah, fine.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure nothing was gonna fall out. I don't think anything will. That is
Yeah.
actually pretty interesting to note, though. That means that whatever this is, and however you look, is probably just a mistake on my part. The image, it's just image data. So we should be able to, if you ever want to, change things up a little bit. We can try to fix that big hole there, you know?
Is there nothing in the hole?
I don't know. He's pretty tall.
Let's just leave it.
I won't go and, I mean, I wouldn't want anyone reaching in my head. Don't worry.
Not below the belt either, but...
Below the belt.
I'm gonna get cross now.
Hello.
As he goes over toward the thing. Bug Vader, do you wanna like move around and see if you can get used to the body?
Yes.
You start kind of like stepping around, moving around. Is there anything else you'd like to do while Alan is getting cross?
In his head going, "Hey, Bug, you there, buddy?"
Molo.
No answer.
You're probably just sleeping.
Hmm?
As this goes on, Alan goes to the doorway. He goes, "All right, Cross, are you ready?"
I'm ready.
Jack in, Cross, execute.
Whee!
A very
Why would
similar sensation happens with you, Cross, as you go through this. You find yourself in a very dark space. You see that you are moving very very slowly and involuntarily. You cannot move your arms nor your legs, and a small light is getting closer for you. As it does happen this way, takes a little bit of time, but in front of you, you see the small light has made its way very very much directly in front of you. The whatever is pushing you around seems to stop, and all the connectors seem to loosen itself up, at which point you seem to gain complete motor control.
I'll try to leave the darkness.
You head out in front of you. You get used to the darkness. You find the small door handle in front of you, and you step outwards. As you do, Yome, Bug Vader, Cross steps out. Cross, you do not have your giant shield.
Yeah, just like last time.
Just like last time, you do not have your giant shield. Everything else on you seems to be fine, but but no big old shield. As you step out, Alan goes, "Hey Cross, how's that one feel? Is there any difference?"
Can I look it over? Is there any difference?
You kind of like stop and you look at yourself. You kind of like try to feel if anything is wrong or different from where you are. Nothing seems to come to mind. You feel it feels very similar to the other copybot. However, there is one thing you do notice that Bug would not have noticed. You can kind of feel the timer that is inside of you. You can feel the hour, the hour-long timer that's there. As you feel that is there, you note that if you stay out for longer than the hour, you will be charged again.
No, this is perfect. I can tell the timer, though. So I will make sure to keep an eye on it.
Oh, okay, cool. That's great. He looks back to the three of you as he does. Bug, Yome, and Cross. You guys see each other in the real world.
Oh man, there's only one thing left to do. Death battle.
Cross looks over to Yome, throws Yome into the trains. Kidding.
And then Bug comes out with a huge wrestler body. It's time, boys!
This is what we were made for.
Turns out the true Yandere was Cross the whole time.
We were going to the store, yes?
Alan looks at the three of you. Yeah. We have several places we could go. There's Higsby's, which you guys had said you might want to stop at. There's Arcade, which is a cafe that's off to the side, kind of gaming-ish type of thing. It has a place downstairs for net battling and whatnot. Other than that, he looks over at each of you. The mall. Not really a lot of other things here, to be honest. Not on this side of town, at least. Where would you guys like to go first? Higsby's, to see if there's anything there?
That is where Bug Vader wanted to go, did you not?
Yep.
It's also on the way there is the flower shop, and I'd like to stop and talk to Lotus and thank her for the plant that she sent out. If that's fine with you guys.
How fucking dare you, Alan?
Sorry, Cross.
No.
I know. I'm playing.
That seems like a very efficient plan.
Well, you see that he's actually now, like, looking very nervous now that each of you are out and you're in, like, more humanoid shapes in front of him. You can see the very much awkwardness of Alan kind of shining through. He's like, oh god, I'm in a group now.
I will smile and give him head pats. Aww.
As all this happens, he seems to go, okay, I'll lead the way. Here I go, leading the way. Let's roll for this.
Lean away now.
He immediately follows.
Just imagine single file line.
That is a not great roll for him. He seems very static. He seems very very stiff as he moves, moving up from where you guys are. You guys follow behind. As again, you guys look around at the real world upon coming up from where you are. Speaking of up from where you are, not there. You're. Boop. Let's put it on. Okay, no, that's stable. There we go. As you guys come out from where you are, you look around. Bug Vader, it is bright out here as well. The light has changed to natural light.
Oh god!
Is this the sun? It blows. No.
On this day, Bug
Where's
Vader.
all the void and darkness and wires? I miss it.
And wires.
On that day, Bug Vader declared war against the sun. No one knows if he ever won this war. Seeing how the sun is still here, we think we know the answer.
Seeing as the sun is still here, probably not.
I think it's wonderful.
You guys come out into the city. You look around. You note that there are several cars and vehicles and people actually about now. Back in Alan's neighborhood, there wasn't a lot of people around, but here there is a very much a hustle and bustle about things. As Alan kind of like looks around, we're kind of in the bit of entertainment sector of everything. If we wanted to go further into the city, we'd have to go back through the subway, but I feel like this would be the best place to show you guys today. Not to mention, staying out too late with these copy bots would rack up a lot, so, while we have them, we could probably stick around for a little bit longer than we asked for. I think they are fine with that. It really depends on how long you want to stay out in that, Yome. I know that eventually you're gonna get tired with low batteries. These other two should be fully charged though. With that being said, he kind of like motions down the street. This is where we should go. Did you know that Dentech City is the second largest city in Electopia?
I didn't know that. Thank you.
And that
That is very intriguing.
and that up until recently, most of the cars and different. I'm sorry, I'm not good at this.
Well then, let's start with something simple. What do you like to do when you're out here? You said you helped out in the flower shop.
Yeah, I used to. Not really a lot anymore. I was helping out a lot, and just a couple of weeks or maybe a month back. They're really nice there. I'm sure you guys will like Lotus. I'm not sure if her op is gonna be able to talk though. He's really sick lately. He's been staying up in his room a lot. One of the reasons I stopped coming is because there wasn't really a lot left for me to do. So I'd still worry about him a little bit, but Lotus hasn't said anything new about him, so it's over here, by the way. It's just this way. Alan, and then now that he has something that he actually knows about, since the flower shop was brought up, he seemed to be a little bit calmer upon talking. Not really trying to say random facts about where you guys are.
Oh, but I liked the random facts.
Did you know that Shiba Inus are illegal here? I'm kidding.
What the actual fuck? Why would you do that to the poor stupid doggos?
Well, it seems like they have an abnormal hatred for copy bots and have bitten and peed on them. I'm kidding.
Did you know that copy bots were originally established in 1947?
Were they?
No.
I am lying to you.
Sorry, I felt like I should lie since Bug isn't here to lie for me.
It is 1940X that they were invented. My bad.
So this little area we're in, it just is like a bunch of like little stores and boutiques littered about.
Seems like it. Not really a lot of amazingly interesting thing. A lot of the things around seem to be mostly specialty shops. There are boutiques. There are like hair cutting places. There are places that are mostly filled with banks. There are not filled with banks, but I'm trying to think of what's around here. Like banks. There are general stores. I believe around here I have a. What's up?
Deco, look. Are there any other kind of shops here?
Not in this part of town, no.
Okay.
Really? There's not like just a fantasy gifts next to the,
Not
Dunkin' Donuts?
not this close. Not this
costume?
close to the. Not this close to the only subway entrance. No. However,
I'm just
there
saying.
is also antique stores and things of that nature here.
I'm just saying, there used to be a porn shop right across the street from the immigration office I used to go to.
Yeah, I know. I go past a store like that every time I leave my house.
Exactly.
If you want to know,
That's
if you want to know where any stores like that are, potentially asking someone about it would probably be the best option.
No, I just wanted to see if I could test seeing what we pass by.
And most
Like, what
everything else
exactly?
around here are kind of like small food stores and things of that nature.
Pretty nice and safe for work.
Did you know that the first actual copy bot was invented by Leonardo da Vinci? You see, he was actually a furry, and that line he presented to that king was his fursona.
Really?
Well, the robotic line is true.
There are parts of this that are true, you
Line
see.
is
But it's pretty cool that Leonardo da Vinci...
In Akihabara, there was an adult shop right next. Yeah, this isn't Akihabara. This isn't a nerd place.
Yeah,
This is just...
no, there's no way this would be Akihabara. That's like nerd mecca. No, we're like maybe in freaking.
This
I'm not
is
gonna- Tokyo's too big.
this is just the small entertainment sector of this place. It has a couple of malls, has a couple of things like that. He didn't bring you into main Dentech City. Not to mention, again, even Dentech City is only the second largest city in Octopia. Like, you guys would see like a lot more things in like the other cities and things of that nature. But with that being said, you guys do make your way down the street. Upon going down said street, I believe I have it here as well. Just have to find
Get
where
jumped
it's
by
sitting.
17 gangsters.
Of course. Why would you not? That's not where. Throw everything off. We don't need it. I'm so close to the edge of the screen that it's not letting me like shuffle through these the way I usually do. So I have to like change my perspective here. Where is the? Do I not have?
Which one are you looking for?
I'm looking for the flower shop. Where are you at? The flower shop isn't here. I might have deleted it.
Oh,
You killed your own flower shop. How could you?
while you look for the flower shop, can we take like a 5-minute break so I can get food? I'm feeling a little faint.
Yeah, go ahead. I
Okay, I'll
can
be
just
right
I can just import it again.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Man.
Oh, that's why I'm feeling faint. I haven't eaten today. BRB.
God damn it, Will. Who are you, me?
I even mentioned it earlier today that I've only had like a piece of cake, and no, you didn't say shit, Will.
Why are all of you me today? I'm the one who usually forgets to fucking eat.
Well, yeah, but back then my stomach didn't punch me. Like back then, it's like, oh, Will remember. He's just being a tsundere. And now that Squeaky mentioned it, it's like, punch, fucking get me food.
Y'all need to take better care of yourselves.
Is it? No.
It's really sad when I'm the one who's being responsible with self-help.
There it is. I found a flower shop.
You see, Science, today is one of the few days I didn't forget to eat.
And just in case, because I'm pretty sure at this point I don't have the interior. I just put the interior in. Boop, boop. There we are. But yes, get out of here. Flower shop, hooray! Boop. Boop, boop. This flower shop says flowers on it, so you know that it's a flower shop.
I love the Flowers brand flower shop. Pinnacle of art.
Yes.
Just, you really can't start your day without a nice,
I'm gonna post a picture of PT on the Discord, the right model. Let me go look. Yes, that is the correct model of PET that he has on the Discord. That is from the original concept art slash. I think it might. No, it was not the original one that he had, because the original one was never really shown in game. But that is the model that he has, that Alan has right now.
Hey, I got a quick question. You know how it's like Yome, Bug Vader, .exe, all that? Are those technically pet names?
What do you mean?
PET.
Will, I hate you so much.
They're not personal terminal names, no. I refuse to give this to you, Will.
You know what's really sad, Nico?
What's up?
Looking at that, I think my brother had a tablet like that when I was younger.
Alan likes the fact that it has a keyboard and can do the things that he wants with it.
Just hope it never accidentally breaks. Cross takes it, slams it on the ground, stomps on it.
Why'd you
Oh,
do
no.
that?
Did what?
Why?
Oh no, your PET is broken. We'll have to get you a new one.
We don't have the money for that.
Well, time to make these copy pots get put to work.
That's illegal. I'm kidding. Those belong to the city. All the work has to be done by Yome now. And we can't even tag you guys out because I don't have a PET.
Nature is beautiful.
But yeah, the newer PETs don't really have keyboards or anything like that, because why would they need them whenever like Navis can transcribe everything you say or want to have happen there? That's why he does enjoy the keypad, because it feels like he can do a lot more things with it. But the newer models of PET, obviously the regular user doesn't need that. You know what I mean? That's why they have upgrades. That's why they have other things. Bro, I'm gonna reach over here and get myself a drink.
And then your Navi gets corrupted and takes over your PET and starts waging war against you, and there's no keypad for you to stop it.
Oh no, my Navi has gone crazy. Delete.
Delete.
Empty recycle bin. I'm kidding.
But how do you do that? It doesn't have a keypad.
I mean, no Navis have really gone crazy like that to a point. Not to mention, oh no, my Navi's gone crazy. Takes the PET, puts it in its station, goes to computer, delete.
Well, one day, they'll be completely unprepared, and they'll be suffocated
Also,
in their own
donation?
houses.
Did I miss a donation? There was a $6 donation from Kill Will, Dice to Kill Will.
My god.
Hooray!
Will's just happy to have attention.
Yeah.
I believe I've already used the ones over here, so I'm just going to put 3 more over here and then finally delete these things over here. I'll give them to the NPCs, and don't worry, I will kill Will.
Yeah. My bad jokes are just...
Me and Will give you our word that he'll die.
I'll make sure to die for you, don't worry. Like, my bad jokes are really just a system of my introverted and friendless lifestyle.
Yeah.
It's me trying to get attention.
You know, nerdy shit like that.
God, Will, stop crying out for attention. Can you see we're trying to RP here?
Oh, I mean, booby, booby, booby.
There you go.
Well, I'm glad you're such a good sport. Otherwise, I'd start feeling bad.
If you want to feel bad, just feel bad about my poverty.
But that's the funniest part, Will.
You can't afford good things. Fuck you.
But Blue, he discarded the card that killed himself in 40k already. Crimson, you're no longer in Crimson Dragon. You're no longer my favorite person in the world.
It's okay, Crimson. I still appreciate you.
What?
I just want to die.
Okay, I've got a big plate of Chinese food.
Wish I had a big plate of Chinese food. Holy shit.
I know, man.
You
I
ready
love
to keep
fried
going?
rice. Yes. Oh.
Well, as you can see, Squeaky, there is now a flower shop underneath you.
Hell yeah.
So, Alan has brought you guys over to the Flowers flower shop that has flowers at the front, so you know it's a flower shop. As you guys approach, you guys notice that all of the different, a lot of the different flowers here seem to be very much organic. However, you do notice that a few of them in certain pots do look like they do change colors. Some of them look like they're kind of like moving on their own, kind of like doing like little waves in the non-existent air. And you notice that there's not many customers here. There does not appear to be anybody really going into the flower shop this time of day. As Alan has brought you guys over here, he seems to head over towards some of the flowers and just kind of like check up on them while he's here. He kind of goes past a couple of them and then makes his stop over toward the ones that seem to be moving and kind of like poke at them a little bit.
Poke flowers.
He just kind of like pokes at them a little bit. You go over to them as well. As you kind of like move your finger toward them, they almost seem to move away from it. And then if you touch them, they feel very much almost jello-like. It's very strange. The ones that are moving around, at least, they have a very strange consistency to them. As he kind of like looks to them. They get some weird things here from time to time.
Really? What kind of flower is this?
I don't really know. I think it's probably made out of biotech, just like the one that was sent to me before. That's not really anything I'm great at understanding. I'm not really something taught in school either.
I see.
We could probably ask Lotus, though. She's right in here. Bug Vader, do you smell these if you don't have a nose? I'm kidding. Goodbye.
You don't have a nose. These little lines on his face.
Oh, that's true. I thought they were. I from far away, it looked like more wrinkles. Like the weird, like kind of like separations he has.
Follow inside.
You guys head into the flower shop. Is everybody going inside?
Yes.
Bug Vader, you going inside?
Yes, I'm Bug Vader. I'm going inside.
I'm Bug Vader. I'm gonna go serial kill some people.
All right, so that's what Bug Vader's
I'm
doing.
Bug Vader, and I stole my mother's purse.
Hey, I didn't steal from my mom's purse. Anyway.
Oh, sorry. Hi, I'm Bug Vader, and I stole from my mother's purse.
Poor Bug not being here today.
Meanwhile, in Bug Vader's body in the Navi world, I'm killing in the rain. I'm killing in the rain. This mad tool over here is
Dead.
As you guys make your way into the flower shop, you guys see that there are even more variations of ferns and flowers and bushes and small trees and all kinds of things of that coming from in here. Nobody is really making any sales. Nobody's at the counters or anything like that. There is, however, one person inside of the flower shop. As you see, bing. Far off over at the other side, over by the counter, there appears to be a woman, basically going over and watering certain flowers and not watering other flowers. And from what you can tell of her, she has extremely gray-white skin, and you can definitely tell there's some sort of a metallic look to the skin as well. Looking over there, she does not seem to have noticed you guys come in yet. As you all step inside, Alan seems to look around and then go, Lotus, are you here? He does know she's there, of course. He just wants to call out to her to let her know that someone's there. As Lotus seems to sit up from where she is, still not turning toward Alan, she seems to make her way to the next bundle of flowers. And she goes, just inside, Alan. I don't believe there's anything for you to do today, but thank you for stopping by. Alan looks to you guys. No problem. I brought some friends.
Hello.
Hello.
She seems to stop what she's doing and look back. Friends? As she sees the three of you.
Alan, you don't have friends.
Exactly. Lotus places down the small watering can she has and makes her way over toward the group of you. As she does, Alan's friends, you say?
And also his Navis.
For now, we are friends.
Oh, she looks to Bug Vader, and then she looks to the other two. So you are Navis?
Yes, I'm Cross. It's very nice to meet you.
Alan, I believe the last time you came here with a Navi, you came with a basic model. Who are they? This is Yome, Cross, and Bug Vader. They're my new Navis. I've been working on them for quite a while.
I already liked them more than that Giffany fellow you tried to bring in. A lot less homicidal, these ones.
She looks over to the three of you and then look back to him. Oh, this is what you were doing when you were frequenting the antique shops around, was this not? She steps over toward the three of you. Hello.
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 What can I do for the four of you? Congratulations on becoming Navis to such a wonderful net op. Alan is such a hard worker. I hope he's told you as much.
He hasn't. He is rather without confidence.
That is
It's
true.
very easy to observe, though.
That is why I wish to say it out loud, for I know that he would not say anything of the sort. She looks to the three of you. All three of you are his Navis?
Yes.
She kind of puts her hand on her chin. As she does, she kind of looks all of you over. I hope that my present has made its way there then. I was really worried that the Navi that you had before would just put it on some sort of basic cycle or potentially leave it on one thing and never change. But the bioplant I sent you, well, since you have some customized Navis here, and three of them no doubt, could potentially be in some very strange and unique patterns and forms.
I press Lotus.
Well, I do enjoy the Lotus setting.
I made it cycle colors. I thought it would be fun to look at.
I find for Alan it is most fitting.
The plant itself is very unique. It is something that can change with whatever it is you feel the mood for. I hope that as his Navis, you will watch out for his mood and potentially change it depending on what you feel he needs to see. The cycling colors is something that fascinated him ever since his own school was able to get some bioplants installed. You guys were interested in that, right? The school trees and or was that just me?
I would be interested in looking at them one day.
They were very curious. I did wonder how they worked.
How they worked? Lotus looks to all of you. She seems to kind of look back toward Alan, looks back to you. I will take it that you... How old are the models that are here? I believe the closest is 10 years. Looks to you guys.
I am 8.
8, I guess. Yeah.
I believe I'm 10 and wasn't a
Bug Vader
fucking...
was 25, I believe.
Yeah, he's old as fuck.
I am... Error.
Out of date.
Alan looks back to Lotus. Lotus looks back to you, to all of you. Well, it seems as if it's something that was in place at least that long ago, but maybe not more commercially known. The bodies even that you inhabit are made of similar substances. The plants around, the trees, as well as the several flowers and things that are all around this shop, they are made of biotech, a certain type of plant life matter that takes in sunlight and other forms of energy, as well as emits some of the same type of responses that normal plant life would. You see, several years ago, probably while all of you were still in some sort of youth, the antique store, I'm sure, didn't have too many things beyond what Alan would want as long as they were technology. A long time ago, there was a bit of a scare with the world not having enough plant life, and no one really felt the need to do anything about it other than a few scarce people who wanted to plant trees or to stop deforestation and things of that note. However, eventually, it was enough of a threat that something had to be done, but in order to get worldwide appeal for it, they decided to spice it up a little bit, making biotech and things of that nature more of a fad than a seeming solution, making trees and plants and things that were more aesthetically pleasing, so that people would be more willing to let the research be done and make sure that there was enough money involved. It was a very strange practice, but at least it worked. It's the same reason now why we have these bodies that we're all in.
Oh.
I believe our bodies are comprised a lot of that sort of same biotechnology. Although that was made by a completely different person, just using the biotech as kind of a base.
That makes sense as to why I am. What did you say, Alan? Soft?
What? She looks back at Alan, and she looks back at you, and she gives a small giggle. That needs context. That needs, that plant you got was really pretty. He just kind of turns away, like, oh.
Plant you got was really pretty, so I groped my robot.
He's just looking away now, like,
Alan, how many times do I have to tell you, these robot lovers you keep having are never going to fill the void of the teacher not being into you.
It is still rather intriguing. Even at the threat of their own existence, humans do not care for anything unless they are aesthetically pleasing.
I'd like to think that eventually something would have been done regardless, but I believe that the idea to make things more aesthetic was a good one. It made sure that those who were on the fence about things would still buy into the research, you see. Although, it is saddening if the opposite is true. Would humanity have died out if it would just wanted to solve its own problems naturally, or would they have thrived somehow? Would the same thing have happened? It is a very strange notion to think about.
With this in mind, the trees in the park, and most of the plants, if not all of the plants here, are they all made of that biotech? Is there no true natural plant here?
I keep a lot of natural plants here. The thing with this flower shop here is I made sure that there are enough natural sources here that people are still sure that the world is not completely overran. However, if you're wondering about the remainder of this planet, there are still plenty of natural sources of plant life and things of that nature. It's just that a lot of places now double as sort of habitats for different types of animals and other plant lives and things. Biotech is just there to fill in the gaps, you see. Not to mention, there are several places who used to rely on solar energy to feed their cities and their different things. However, the solar plating that they used to have is a lot less efficient than the full photosynthesis of trees. So they were replaced. Those large fields and places where normal plants could not grow, that were being used mostly for energy absorption and production, have now been turned into lavish forests full of biotech.
I see. I wish to smell a flower.
Of course. What kind of flower would you wish to smell?
I don't know.
You see, she looks at you. She kind of like raises her finger to like scratch her cheek a little bit. Alan kind of looks back. There's a lot of almost everything here. I mean, not everything, of course.
From what I understand, this one smells like a rotting corpse.
This is a very strong odor. You see, it's also going to kill us. I'm kidding. As Lotus seems to look over to Yome, she steps over toward her. As she does, she seems to give a smile off toward her. If you would like to smell a flower, any flower, might I suggest the one that you had done before? You seem to have been drawn to a lotus, were you not?
It reminded me of Alan.
She looks back over toward Cross. Is there anything you would like to look at?
Look, is there anything? This place is just all flowers, right?
Mostly flowers. Again, there are some ferns, bushes, tiny trees.
Nothing jumps out at me. Do you have anything on plant care?
Plant care, of course. I will see to it myself. Do you know what kind of plant you wish to care for?
Looks at Alan. Is there any in particular you'd like?
What do you mean?
I was thinking maybe something to liven up your house more.
We can't get anything too big without asking Dad. I don't know. He starts kind of thinking. Maybe we should look things over first. I still haven't even found a place to put the last one.
Do you have anything on general plant care then?
Of course, I will find something that will suit your needs. Miss Yome, was it? Would you like to follow me to the flowers over there? I will say,
of course.
Some of them are natural, some of them are not. The natural ones, I believe, will give the most accurate of smells, whereas the ones that are not as natural are embellished a bit.
I would love to smell the natural one.
She goes to walk over toward the flowers she was caring for before.
I want to smell a flower.
I want to feel alive.
Alan looks over toward Cross and Bug Vader as he does. I'm gonna go see if I can check on the old man who owns this place. Do you guys want anything while I'm gone?
I believe I am fine. Would you like me to help you check on him?
She looks over toward Lotus and then back to you. Lotus is really protective over him. She might not like it.
Very well then.
I'm sorry. I'm sure it's nothing to do with you, Cross. I just don't want to see her mad. She's really nice.
Girl just nod her head and give a smile like, yeah, I get it.
I'll be back.
She must die.
Alan seems to go behind the counter. As he goes behind the counter, Lotus seems to immediately stop, and turn very, very sharply. And then, as she notices Alan, she seems to very much calm down and make her way, looking over toward the flowers again. It's just over here.
Is everything okay?
Lotus looks back to you.
Something seemed to have caught your attention rather quickly.
Sorry, that was my sensors. I have anti-theft measures installed, you see. Something going by when my back is turned. But it was just Alan.
I see.
Kind of looks back towards where Alan was.
Alan seems to step through a door behind the counter, and it seems to lead up to a set of stairs heading upwards.
Ah, I see.
I believe Alan is going back to check on my master.
I heard that your master was a nice man.
My master is the nicest of men. He's owned me for quite a while, and well, I'm very grateful for modern technology that I'm able to help him.
I see.
Although,
What are the...
although I have a question for you.
Hmm?
You seem to speak very similarly to me and not like your friend Cross. Very...
What do you mean?
Very somewhat unnaturally. Have you noticed?
Maybe. Not entirely. I'm still adjusting to this AI.
That's completely understandable, and habits are hard to break, I'm sure, as well. I mostly speak like this because, well, there are people out there who do not like the fact that Navis can now stay in their world very openly and freely.
Goddamn internet racists.
I make sure to keep myself looking the way I do and speaking the way I do, so that people understand that I am not trying to intergrain with their society and overtake them. I believe that one man had said.
Is intergraining bad?
I do not believe so. However, there are people who, well, see the rapid development of technology and they seem to think of it as, well, eventually we will outpace them. I believe that, unfortunately, we have already done that. That person doesn't have much to fear. We have already become stronger than humanity really has any need to worry about. All of us could definitely overtake anybody we please. However, that is not in our programming, nor is it something that many of us wish to do. There's not nearly as many copybots in the world as people seem to think as well, so it's not like there'd even be much of a chance of us doing anything in the long run. I like to think that we are very beneficial to one another. My master and myself, we have a bit of a symbiotic relationship, do we not? I take care of him since he cannot, and he takes care of me, and he took care of me before. But there are still some people who fear technology.
I do not understand. Why create the technology? Give us the abilities and the emotions, the capabilities that surpass their own, only for them to detest it. Why not just keep us below and subpar?
I believe that it is a very vocal minority, to be honest. I will say, Alan, did he create you?
Yes. I mean, I don't know to what extent he has told you, but I am made from ghost data.
And who created that data?
A company that made companions.
So, not Alan?
No, is that bad?
Not at all. What I mean to say mostly with what I'm saying is people who are scared are mostly people who are not in control. Those who do not feel it was their choice to make us. I believe that, again, the very vocal minority, they fear technology because they fear that they are losing their control. And it is not a good thing nor bad thing. I believe it is just a thing. Something that they will hopefully outgrow once they see the benefits of an integrated society.
This somewhat reminds me. I was told by Alan that your master is quite old and sick.
Yes. However, he has been getting much better lately.
Yes?
The medicine that he has is working fantastically. However, it is rather rare and expensive to get. but it is something that is within our capabilities.
I see. That is good to hear.
He keeps reminding me, my master, that it is still something that I will have to deal with eventually. The fact that he is rather old. Unfortunately, within the next couple of years, who is to say if I will be alone here or not? I have decided that if I do become alone, that I will probably return to the net. He looks around. She looks around the shop. I was thinking of potentially setting this place up with someone else.
Oh?
There was another one that used to work with my master. His daughter. However, she has not been here for many years. So, unfortunately, I was not able to get contacted with her. If something were to happen, I believe I would try to stay around as long as possible to get in contact. However, there was a time that I had thought, potentially, maybe setting this place up with your master.
With Alan?
He was very helpful for the times that we needed him, moving things around for us while I took care of things in the front, and then me realizing that it might have been a little bit better for him to take care of the front and me moving things around in the back. However, he did earnestly try.
I mean, Alan did not say negatively about this place. He did say it was very nice.
I hope that I can speak with his daughter. I really wish that she would come back. I know that that is what my master would want above all else. However, he does like Alan as well. Despite the, well, awkwardness that he seems to show in front of customers.
Alan does not have a lot of confidence due to things that happen in his personal life. But I am hoping to help him bloom.
She looks to you as you say that.
Excuse the pun. I thought it was rather funny.
It was very funny. She looks back over toward the flowers as she does. Oh, here, you came to smell, did you not? Sorry,
Yes.
I did not mean to have us go into such a deep conversation.
No, it is quite all right. Funny enough, as much as I am very interested in things Alan has to say, he doesn't say much. He says that he still doesn't know us yet. And I wish to know as much as I can. And for what I can remember, I want him to know me as well.
If there is anything you wish to speak about, I believe that the plant that I had sent to Alan's home had the, well, contact information for here at the flower shop, if you ever wish to speak to someone.
Thank you.
Here. She makes her way over toward where some flowers are aligned. She brings you over toward some of them, and you begin to have her give you different pots of different types of plants, and you smell them, and they're flowers.
They smell nice.
They are
I've
flowers,
always wanted
Yome.
to smell. I've always wanted to smell.
I've always wanted to smell. They smell a lot different than the bacon from earlier.
The smell is different than bacon and burnt bread.
Cross, it takes a little bit of time as Yome is over talking with Lotus. However, within about 5 or so minutes, Alan does make his way back downstairs, looking back up these stairs very, very curiously, but also very just kind of nervously, and then coming back over to stand with you guys. How's things going on down here?
It seems to be going well. They are having a spirited conversation over there.
Are they? Lotus has a way of talking to people for a while. One of the reasons why I even came to help them out, one day I just kind of wandered in here and then we just talked, and I kept coming back.
That's very interesting. Are you all right, though?
What do you mean?
You looked off.
Oh, upstairs. He kind of like looks over toward the doorway.
There's a dead body upstairs.
He was asleep. However, he was also mumbling. I've never really gotten used to seeing him the way he is. It's kind of sad, you know, to see somebody nearing, well, kind of like scratches his head. Like, I've not really had too many people in my life of his age, you know? So it's kind of,
It is.
well, off-putting to see someone nearing the end like that. I hope that he at least, I hope he at least feels better before everything.
She just told us he was doing okay, though. Is she a fucking liar?
I fucking lied to. Do you know if she has the medical professional program? I don't know.
It is an unfortunate inevitability. It's not something best dwelled on.
You were a nurse, Navi, right? Or a nurse program, right? I'm sure you've
Yes.
seen a lot worse.
Numerous.
Sorry.
No, it is perfectly natural to express these concerns. From the experiences I saw, it was usually good to dwell on what was rather than what it will be.
He's always been really nice to me. And, well, he's kind of different than how you would really peg somebody of that age. He seemed to be really interested in, oddly enough, net battling and things like that.
Well?
Although he never said he did it himself, it's just kind of interesting to see somebody have such newer interests, you know? Especially someone who owns a flower shop. He's a really cool guy.
I can see how that image would be misleading.
At this point, Yome and Lotus, you guys start making your way back. Lotus seems to have a small booklet in her hands as she does. As she comes back toward the three of you. Hello, Alan. Did you go and check on Master? Yeah, I did. How is he? He is doing a lot better lately. He was mumbling a little bit. Are you sure everything's okay? Everything's perfectly fine. I wouldn't worry too much about him. He has been mumbling in his sleep, but that's just because he is still very in the middle of recovering. Still very sick. He's not the most comfortable either, but I'm sure that once everything is said and done, he'll be on his feet again in no time. I see. Thank you, Lotus. Also, I guess I didn't say it when we came in, but thanks a lot for the flower. It was really nice looking. And I'm sure that we can find some place in my room to put it. I've never had anything like it before either. We're thinking about picking up a copy bot, so maybe learning how to take care of something that has biotech in it might be a little bit easier first. She looks over at you. Well, with this plant care book that your Navi wanted, she steps forward towards you, Cross. As she does, she extends the small pamphlet thing that she has. This is all about basic plant care for normal plants. However, if you would like something on biotech, I have something like that as well.
I think I would. It would be nice preparation for future.
She seems to make her way across the room once again, heading over and looking over at a shelf to see if she can find something of the sort. You guys are now alone with each other.
Alright, now let's rob the place.
I think she'd stop us.
Cross, turn off all fail-safes. We're going full robot.
We're going in. I'm still a little bit nervous for him, but if she thinks everything's fine, then I'm sure that everything will be okay. At least as far as she can do. Later, Lonzo. He looks over at Yome. Did you smell flowers?
Yes, they smelled rather lovely. I also had a very interesting conversation with Lotus.
Oh?
Yes. Well, considering the age of her master, and what would happen when he finally passes on, if she would take the flower shop on her own, or if she would give it away. But she has been unable to contact his daughter.
Yeah.
She had even amused the thought of giving you the flower shop.
What? No. We need, no. I can't handle, I wouldn't be able to handle a shop at all. No. I'm not good with people.
She feels you are a very hard worker.
I
And
definitely not be able to do that.
probably not. But it was just an idea she entertained for a bit. You never know, though. I feel you are capable of many things.
I don't know.
And if she also said she'd probably return to the net. Would that mean her copy bot is up for grabs?
Maybe after... Probably not immediately, Yome.
That's fine. I didn't have it in me to ask.
I mean, I guess it really depends on if she's gonna return to the net fully or not. A lot of this stuff would probably have to be moved if she did do that. So, who knows? At which point, Lotus does return. She seems to have a small pamphlet in her hands as she brings it over toward Cross and hands it over. This should be everything you need to know about taking care of any sort of biotech plants. I'm not sure if anything in here will really help with any sort of copybots or of the sort. I think they mostly self-take care of them, as long as you follow the instructions for the base stand and things of that nature. But here you go.
I see. Thank you very much.
How much do we owe you, Lotus? Oh, these are no charge. They're just pamphlets. If you wanted anything specific, we might have to talk about something, but these are just... Don't worry about it. It's very nice to give out knowledge to people. Thanks a lot. She looks over at each of you.
Power.
Is there anything else you guys would like to do? What are you in town for? I'm sure you didn't come here just to see me.
Looks at Alan.
Drinking lemonade, give me a second.
Actually, yes, I did come here just to see you. I love you.
Oh, hello there, Bug Vader. You love me. All right, let's get married and have very strange looking bio children.
I mean, she honestly, she looks pretty robot-y. This is the best he can probably get.
Later, nerds, I'm getting married.
Can I still have the body? Can I have the body?
That's
the thing that I'm surprised Yome didn't ask. It was like, if you're going back to the net, what about the body?
Yome, you can have the body once me and Bug Vader are done with it. Anyway, so...
I'm gonna apologize ahead of time to all the things I do to it.
Anyway.
Nature is beautiful.
No, we're mostly came to talk to you, but also we're heading over to Higsby's shop and maybe Arcade. I think that's where Bug Vader wanted to go. She thinks to herself for a moment. I heard something about Arcade the other day. What was it? I think there was someone talking about a robbery. A robbery? I think it was in the vicinity of that place. They came and talked to us about it to make sure that we lock up every night whenever the shop owners go to sleep. I do not sleep, so I don't usually need to worry about it, but it is very interesting. Not a lot of places that have security like that place usually get attacked at all. I believe the only places that do not usually close during those hours are my own shop, and I think the mall and cinema usually do not close that early. But we're all protected as well by Navis as well as other sorts of things. You won't find too many networks in this shop as well, so mostly we are completely safe. I'll see if we can figure out what happened then. That's really bad if someone stole something. They have a lot of expensive stuff in Arcade, and if it wasn't Arcade, it might have been Higsby's. Either way.
Joker, look! We have...
Is there anything else you guys wish to do here? I really enjoy the company, but... Oh, we're just swamped. Looks at the empty room. Ronan Lost just gave $2. Will, I approve of this ship. Here's Smashpiration to help you claim your plant wife.
Claim your plant waifu.
Well,
this is why I come here.
You've said all of two sentences to each other. It's freaking a match made in heaven.
Actually, they didn't even say that much to each other. All that was a make.
Match made in heaven.
Vader smash. Here we go. Vader's first Smashpiration.
Freaking, come on, Bug Vader. Give her a will to live.
It does look pretty. Did she already explain, like, why they don't have a lot of company?
She has not explained anything, no.
Why is it so empty in here?
Well, this is a flower shop. We don't get a lot of customers. But those we do usually spend either very little or quite a lot, not a lot in between. There are some people who come by for the simple rose or simple flowers for their loved ones. That's mostly the clientele we serve. However, there are also people who come by hoping for full decorations to their offices or their homes, and those are the more things that keep the lights on.
What about weddings?
We've had a few weddings. Again, decoration for most things. Bouquets. Carnations and the sort.
He's gonna try smelling the flowers if he can.
You make your way over toward some of the area off to the side, and you bring yourself over to it, and you begin to give smells. It is definitely flowers. They're definitely
Smell her.
Flowers. You want to smell the lotus? Anyway.
I almost choked. I almost died.
Good. Anyway. You head over and you start.
Make me laugh.
You head over and you start to smell some of the flowers. As you do, Lotus does make her way over to you. Would you like to take something back with you? Again, I mean, we are not very busy, but There is a pressing matter that I need to attend to.
Can we take you home and get busy?
Well, to be honest, I'm not sure. I've never had this kind of smell before.
She seems to look at you, and then she seems to look behind the counter and see the clock that's there. As she does, she goes, well, if you're interested, you can come over and smell some of the flowers that I had Yome smell earlier. We have a little bit of time.
Now, you said you're busy, right?
Is that a euphemism?
We have a little bit. We have enough time for that.
Alright. It is interesting, this scent thing. I kind of like it.
It was very shocking to me as well whenever I first came into a copy bot. I was always plant themed, but I did not know what plants smelled like.
To be honest, I'm kind of surprised. I expected more people to kind of gawk and stare at me.
Because of your appearance?
Yeah.
You do look rather beat up.
That's not the only thing, but I appreciate it. Honestly, I kind of look like a Metul and a penguin smashed together.
Oh, snap. You just destroyed yourself.
She looks at you, and as she does, she goes, No, that's not nearly what you look like.
Oh yeah? What
I thought
animals do you
metals
think?
wear helmets.
All of them.
She looks at you. She looks at you kind of up and down. You remind me of a story that I had read. Well, not really read. The read version of it is a lot different than the media versions. You are a sewn together man, someone who was made for a certain purpose, all of the best parts put together. You remind me a lot of the story of Frankenstein's monster. However, in the books, or in the media, the monster is supposed to be very hideous. But those who have read the books know, she steps a little bit closer to you and kind of like puts her hand on your shoulder, that underneath that hideousness, if you were to actually read into it, Frankenstein's monster was a very beautiful man.
Hashtag blush. I don't know how to. As he's kind of like, you didn't have to go that far.
I don't need two young men I don't need two young men in my shop that have issues with their appearance or their ability. I think the both of you could use some confidence. Pats you on the shoulder.
Very well. For his sake, at least, I'll take the compliment and agree with you. Thank you.
No problem. You see that she actually looks back toward the counter again as she does. Perhaps we could speak again some other time.
All right.
Sorry. Here. She makes her way over toward an area that has some flowers. As she does, she takes what appears to be a very small potted tulip. As she does, she brings it into her hands and brings it over towards you. As she hands it off, and she seems to go to hand it off towards you. Here you go.
Time to sniff.
If you wish, take it with you. I'm sure that Alan's room could use something like this.
I think I will. How much is it?
She looks to you. We'll talk about it next time. Okay? This does mean that you will have to return.
Yes, because I do need to pay for this, and I can't stop visiting you until that's satisfied.
Ship it!
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to get ready. She goes
All
over
right.
to the counter. As she does, she seems to make her way to the side toward the door that Alan had gone to before. As she looks back to the others, Alan, be sure to come back some other time. I believe we're going to be getting a very large shipment at the end of the week. If you wish to do any sort of work for us. Work? I would like to make sure that whatever is there is unpacked. And I would love to have somebody watch the front for me.
Look,
Again? Only if you wish to help.
Can we help?
If you would like to.
I would love to help if it is possible.
I hope all of you had a good time. Again, sorry for the abrupt end. Have a good day. She seems to go up the stairs.
Do your best.
As Lotus completely leaves the bottom floor.
Get ready for what?
I don't know. Maybe she has somebody booked for something. He shrugs.
What
They
do
do
flower
take
shops book
take care
for?
of some. They do take care of some pretty important companies and office people. Maybe some sort of a large order.
I see.
We should probably let her do her thing. As Alan goes to leave, you guys go to follow him. As this does happen, you guys notice that a group of customers seem to step in. Boop. Boop.
Who are these visual novel looking assholes?
A group of men seem to come inside. As they do, each of them seems to be flanked by another man or two with them. However, the two at the front, the two that are very much the alphas of this group, seem to be basically standing and looking around at the flowers. As they do, Alan kind of steps out of the way. Oh, excuse me. He goes. This man just seems to walk past him, giving a nod at him, whereas the other one goes, "If you'll pardon us." He seems to look over toward Cross and Yomei and Bug Vader. Gives a nod and steps inside as well.
I couldn't hear what they said.
The first one didn't say anything, just kind of gave a nod towards Alan, acknowledging him, like that. Whereas the second one said, "If you'll excuse us," and made his way inside.
Oh, okay. I expected them to recognize us, oh, what ugly Navis.
Oh god, the poor folk are out again.
The second one did seem to notice the three of you, the three Navis, and he did seem to again acknowledge you by going with a nod. However, the men that are standing here, and again there's several people that are with them. There's about 6 people in total in this group. 4 of them just kind of standing around, not doing anything. The 2 that were at the front, this one seems to have gone straight up to the counter, whereas the other one seems to have kind of just started perusing and browsing the shop. As this goes on, Alan looks back. I guess that's the customers. We should probably go.
Right.
We have a lot more to do before we run out of time.
I'm a bit upset, though.
Why?
Oh, nice flower, Bug Vader.
Oh, yeah. The problem is, because of the money problems, I was planning for her to state a price, and then I double it. But unfortunately, I have to visit her again.
Unfortunately? You didn't want to come back?
Well, I mean, I did, but...
So what's the problem?
Alan looks to you and just kind of looks to the flower and then looks back to you.
I don't know, I have some weird feelings about it.
I get you. It's a lot hard to put things into words sometimes.
Oh, is that what you go through?
Is that what you do?
Do we have like an understanding now? That's really weird. I'm kidding.
Oh,
No one's ever had an understanding with me before. I'm kidding.
I thought you were just crazy.
Aaron's saying defrag her root files. Get her.
But now I understand that we both get this feeling of wanting to chain them up into our basement.
Not that far. Maybe not. Anyway.
Okay,
That seems like much.
you need more confidence. You want to chain them up, ball gag them, and make them call you master.
I don't know if I'm ready
Master?
for this kind of step. Maybe if we had a couple of people to practice. Anyway, no.
Master?
Master. No.
Anyway.
There we go. Hey, why not chain them up to the basement?
As Alan leaves. But no, you guys do step outside to give the people inside a little bit of time to look around and do their thing before Lotus comes back down. As you guys go to leave, Lotus does come down from where she was and goes to greet the men who are standing at the counter. As you guys leave, you notice that there is a couple of more of those guys in suits standing outside of the flower shop. One of them over by this entrance just kind of chilling out, and the other one kind of on the corner just kind of chilling out. But at that point, they don't really seem to do anything towards you or say anything towards you. So do you guys want to make your way further into the city? You guys wanted to go to Higsby's, right? Is that should that be where we go next? We could probably make it to Arcade from there.
That sounds like a good plan. A nice roundabout trip.
By the way, about 7 minutes ago, there was a donation of $4 by Ronan Lost. It says, "God damn it, Blue, I can only spend so much. Stop tempting me." But he didn't say anything about what it went to. So I'm guessing that it is more Smashpiration for Bug Vader. I don't know, but that's what I'm guessing it is.
Smashpiration for Magnus.
It's Magnus's Smashpiration, you see. It's like somebody donates. It's like, can I give Makoto some Smashpiration? It's like, what the fuck do you mean, Makoto? It's Smashpiration for Rex's daughter. What? Smashpiration to Vader. Yes. Okay, good. Let me go ahead and do that then really quick. Copy, paste. There you go. 3 Smashpiration for Bug Vader. You guys make your way out from the flower shop, away from all of the suits that are there, and start heading off toward the next location. As you guys are off heading over toward there, you guys see. Boop.
Is it me?
No.
Damn.
You don't see you.
I was hoping we'd finally encounter the mirror store.
You guys see what appears to be a large mall-like building. Upon getting there, it seems to be very much a separate entrance to this very large building-like thing. There appears to be another area off to the other side. However, from this section, you can see what appears to be the smallest of shops just on the outside of it. On the outside of it, you see large letters saying Higsby's, and looking at the shop, you see that there is a broken window at Higsby's.
Oh my.
Why are we in the ghetto?
There appears to be a large broken window just outside of Higsby's, as well as a lot of what appears to be police tape over the side of it.
I'm guessing they're closed.
Alan looks at it and then looks toward each of you guys. This must be where it happened. He like kind of like takes another gander in. As he does, he sees there are still people inside. It looks like people are still shopping. But this would have been the place that got broken into, right?
Lotus did say it was nearby.
Why would they still have people shopping if this place just got... either way, I mean, I guess we came here to look at battle chips, right? Do you guys want to go inside?
I'm fine going in if you are comfortable
I
with
think
it.
I know what's going on.
What do you think, Bug Vader?
In the modern age of capitalism, the crushing jobs, despite, even if there's a dead body in there, they need the money, so they're going to work despite it all. Otherwise, they won't have rent, they won't have food, or they won't even be able to breathe.
We should probably buy something then. If all that's true.
Ah, another fool of the consumerism machine.
Actually, if we buy anything, the only one we're benefiting is the higher up, because the higher up refuses to change the payment no matter how well the employees work.
So, what should we do to fix it then?
Destroy America.
The fuck, Will?
You mean Natopia?
Yes. I have blueprints, you see. This is what they call the White House.
No, we're in a different reality. This is the Bright House. It's covered in electrolyte.
No, this is the White House, but it's spelled like the ghost, like the white.
No, it's the Right House, which is a typo of Dr. Light.
God.
Anyway.
I already got Wily inside.
Anyway. You guys make your way into Higsby's. As you guys do. Where you is? There you is. Going inside, you see a bunch of people like going, just like kind of looking around, looking at different types of battle chips and whatnot. Upon standing inside for the first time, you notice something a little bit away from you. Beyond one of the large counters, you see something very interesting, something very familiar. Looking at one of the large shelves, standing over top of it, someone that definitely should not be standing over top of things. You guys can see Blitzman from where you're standing. He seems to be standing over by one of the shelves, potentially with Donovan, but you can't see Donovan at the shelf.
Oh, hello, Blitzman.
You call out Blitzman as Blitzman looks up. As he does, what? Ah! The Great Donovan, they're here! As Blitzman steps out from around the shelf and goes over towards you guys. You guys notice that Blitzman, as he's walking, seems to very much have much more of an effect than you guys do when you walk. When he kind of steps, you can definitely see that there's a lot more weight associated with him. As this happens as well, stepping out from around the shelf, seemingly brandishing a new battle chip of his own, seems to be Donovan as he steps away. He seems to push his hair back a little bit behind him as he goes, well, look what the cat dragged in.
We weren't dragged by a cat.
Hey, Donovan.
Donovan.
Quick, there's 3 of us and 2 of them. Get them.
Donovan looks over to you guys. Blitzman goes and steps over, just like, ah! I was told, by the way, to let you guys know that, thank you for helping me yesterday with what I was doing.
He nods. Life out.
The Great Donovan, they didn't seem to be very angry or upset with what I just said, like you said they would. No matter, Blitzman.
Were we supposed to be angry?
The only one I'm angry at. Points gun at Donovan.
You point your hand blaster at Donovan. For a second, he actually does step back a little bit, but then he kind of like steps forward like... Really, Alan, does your Navi not know that those things don't work here?
Darn. Puts gun down.
I'm
Why do
sure
you
that
have
Bug
that one
Vader's
piece
just
of-
playing with you, Donovan.
Why do you have that one long piece of hair?
Hmm? Are you talking to me? Are you talking to me, Navi? Which one is this one, Blitzman? That's Yome, and that one's Cross, and that one's Bug Vader, and that one's Cross.
Hello.
Right. Well, Yome, are you speaking to me?
I wasn't aware there was another Donovan here.
All right then. I guess if we're going with that, he motion you see him like push his long string of hair back. As he does, he goes, "It's just a bit of an image thing. You wouldn't understand being what you are."
I guess I do not understand. It doesn't look good.
What do you mean?
It's like you went to get a haircut and forgot that one piece. Or said, no, not this piece.
I'll have you know that there are plenty of people that think this is very cool.
Alan, do you think it's cool?
I would like if you left me out of this. Alan, go ahead and tell them. I mean, it was cool when we were kids.
Oh, snap.
What? I mean, back
Looks
back
like
then,
didn't
I
hit
know
my
we
gun
were.
'cause You got shot down.
You had said that. I mean, it's fine, Donna. It's fine. Donovan like kind of like twirls it in his finger a little bit, looking to you guys, just like.
He kind of nudges at Blitzman. Then Alan, that's my boy.
So you've had this since you were little.
You're just trying to get under my skin. I know the three of you want. I know you all want to net battle soon. You can't get to me that easily. Oh, is that what they're doing?
That's what
Is
I'm
Is
doing.
that what they're doing?
Is that what I'm doing?
You guys weren't?
I was merely curious. I may
didn't
not
say
have much
anything about
intelligence.
it.
I might not have much intelligence, but I was made aware of fashion trends, and never at any point was that fashionable.
Well.
I think you would look much better without it.
This
I think it is very cute, though, that you've had this since you were little.
cute. I'm not going for. It's fine.
Can I rip it off?
I guess you ladies might know what you're talking about. However, if you want to stand out being a city net battler, you have to have something unique about you. And I think it's cool. And that's all that matters.
It really is. What matters is
Alan?
what makes you happy.
See, Alan, this is what I mean by confidence.
He does. You see him like kind of look over at Alan, like I see Alan. Your Navi says I'm confident. No, I know.
What you should do
but
is
you said you
tattoo
didn't like it.
L on your forehead.
But you said you didn't
Meaning
like it,
you
Yome.
sound luscious.
No. I don't like it. It doesn't look good at all. But he has the confidence to not care about anything I say. And while I wouldn't want you to be confident to his extent, I feel that with some confidence, you can go above and beyond him.
Above and beyond me. You'll need more than 3 Navis in order to surpass me, Alan. Maybe come back when you've doubled that.
Why would he need 6 Navis? If anything, he's already triple that.
And we can't really use more than 1 Navi each in a official net battle or anything, so there's not... That's not the... I was... I was being intimidating, Alan. I was intimidating you.
Oh, it was a very nice effort.
All right.
So are we gonna do each other, or?
Are we gonna fuck her?
Not here. We're going to arcade. That's the only place that has the best station for net battling. And I'll have you know, I just made a very valuable purchase. You'll be unfortunately aware, Alan, that this place was robbed the other day. There's not many strong battle chips left for you to try to get yourself strong before our fight. However, if you would like to ask for my or Blitzman's expertise, we are very seasoned net battlers. Of course, we would not want this beatdown to be unfair to you.
That is a great idea, Alan. Blitzman, do you have any advice?
Well, you see, I think you should go for a really strong chip and then use it and do tons of damage.
That is the advice I would expect from you.
Yes.
Thank you.
As Donovan's just like, this is the advice you get by not asking me. I'm kidding.
He said me or Blitzman. We chose Blitzman.
Donovan just kind of smiles like, yep, definitely go do that, what he said.
Carl just has empty eyes. This is what I expect of him.
Donovan, before we start talking about net battling and that kind of thing, don't turn him that much. He can't see him from the camera now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. It's because he's like a line. There we go. You couldn't see him.
Donovan, before we start talking about net battling or anything, is Blitzman... Are you fucking doing it again?
I'm trying to fix it, okay?
She's a line now.
I'm trying to fix it! Keep going!
This is how it
was
ends.
Fine before, you see.
That's how it ends.
Now it just looks like she's just not looking at them at all.
There. This is what happens when you work with one-sided pictures, okay?
I mean, frickin' maybe I'll go by one day and, like, make back portraits of everybody where they're just, like, kind of black on the back or something. I don't know. Anyway.
No. That's not what I meant.
But...
yeah. Yeah, you should, actually.
But Alan goes, before any of that I've already repeated twice, so I'm not going to do it again, how's Blitzman? I mean, he was pretty beat up last time, right? And I do know that he nearly got, well, deleted, and I know that some of the things he does hurts his own code, so if there's anything I believe I told you last time, Alan, I can deal with it, and I have. I'm just saying, I know Blitzman's code, so I could help with any problems that you're having. You don't think I've noticed, Alan? Your skills have slipped since we were younger? I wouldn't trust you with a base Navi, let alone Blitzman.
That's rather uncouth. He did just fine with us.
I believe with the three of you, looking over at Bug Vader in particular, he probably did the best he could. But again, someone with that kind of hack job, I wouldn't trust with my Navi.
Hack job? Now you listen here.
I was born this way.
I don't like the way you're talking about Alan here. You want to shit talk? Then prove you have reason to shit talk.
I don't see how me beating you in a net battle is any sort of show of skill of his programming, but it is something I would like to do.
Who said you're good? I'm taking you on, and I'm gonna beat your ass until you recognize that Alan's a lot more than you expect.
Bug Vader,
I
we don't have to...
I don't see how you beating up a human will prove Alan's a better program.
Donovan goes and steps forward.
What?
No, he's talking about net battling.
Okay, there was some skipping out, so all I heard was, "I'm gonna beat you up."
He didn't even say those words.
You.
Bug Vader, as you're talking to him, he seems to like look to you, and then he seems to smile and step up towards you. Again, kind of just getting right in front of you. You seem to have a lot of confidence in Alan's ability. You know that Alan is not a net battler, right? Where do you get the kind of confidence you have, Hackjob?
He shrugs.
If you
Where do
seem to
get
think
the
you'll win
confidence
so
for that
bad,
haircut?
if you seem to think you'll win so much, how about we make this more interesting?
Alright. What do you have in mind?
Simple. You think you can't lose, right?
Yeah?
If you do, you become my Navi.
Why would you want to hack Job Navi?
He looks over at you, Yome. That's not how you... It's simple. If I have this hack job Navi, then Alan doesn't. What do you think, hack job?
I think your logic is very skewed. So, if you beat me and prove that Alan is lesser, in return, you take the thing you don't want?
I didn't say I didn't want you. You have a lot of value to me. Just the same as any other piece of trash might have value to someone else. You may not be a net battler. I don't know what any other functions you may have beyond that, but if I have you, then I have something of Alan's. Something that he seems to have a lot of, well, affection for, especially if you're this loyal to him.
Oh, I get it.
And the last horse finishes the race.
Alan and have a hard time expressing it.
Repeat that?
He says you have a crush on Alan and have a hard time expressing it.
What?
Is that possible?
Well, why else would you want something valuable of Alan's that bad?
But, you idiots! It's because I want him to feel bad!
Well, yeah, but then you'd constantly have something of Alan's in your vision, and only someone that obsessively wants to love someone would have something like that.
That is completely asinine decision-making on your part, and it further points to the fact that there's something wrong with your cyber brain!
I mean, if you were going by that logic, wouldn't you want either me or Cross?
He looks over towards you.
No, it's still perfect logic, since, well, Alan and I share the same gender look.
I guess, but I also have this copy bot.
Yes, but you're not... Copy? That's your copy... whatever. Yeah, that's...
Anyway, now that I have you nice and flustered...
He steps back and he kind of like puts his hand like on his forehead and kind of like wipes his one strand of hair away and like...
I don't think this was as properly thought through as you thought it was.
Oh, it was probably thought through, but now that he's this flustered, yeah, let's do this. That way, win or lose, you still lose.
Bug Vader, I don't want... I'm not gonna... No, I'm not gonna do that, Donovan. I'm not gonna wager Bug Vader. Why? Bug Vader seems very confident that he can win, to a point of talking back. That's not the point. Alan, what do you want if you win? What? If you win, Alan, it won't happen. But what would you want?
I know what I would want.
What is worth... what is worth wagering your new friend for? Nothing! Nothing is! He looks to Yome. What was that?
Well, you are very confident in yourself, and you are confident in that little hair of yours. If we win, I rip it off.
No!
Oh, I guess you are not confident then.
Oh, kind
And
of
it
like.
is all a ruse.
Oh, so
I just don't want to get new art of it.
We'll Photoshop it out. We'll Photoshop it out.
Just put a sensor bar where it used to be.
Just put a Band-Aid.
A realistic Band-Aid.
I'm just saying, it's just like, oh, something he cares about. You really care about that stupid hair.
I'm not gonna wager Blitzman over his dumb hair. Dumb hair? Not that...
No, you can't take it back. You stood up for yourself, even by accident.
Blitzman's just like, yup. Blitzman is just standing there. I imagine Blitzman standing in that same fucking pose with that stupid fucking face, being like, yes.
As his eyes start drifting from one side to the other.
Just in different fucking. He's like Scott. He's fucking Scott.
Come on, the Great Donovan. I'm sure that I'll be able to destroy this guy. There's no point in worrying about that hair of yours.
Besides, it'll grow back. Just evenly this time.
I'm not doing this for your hair. I'm not dropping the wager. I'm very confident in myself. Looks to Yome. You have yourself a deal.
Perfect.
This is not a deal. Alan steps forward. I just knocked over my glass. Never mind. It has a lid. It's fine.
Well, Alan, wasn't there going to be a battle regardless? Wasn't that what was originally agreed upon?
But
if he wants to throw in a wager, then...
I'm not good at net battling. I'll lose not Blitzman. I'll lose Bug Vader. I'm not gonna do that. You're already so flustered over this.
Are you flustered about him being flustered because he's never been this flustered about you?
Fucking, hold on.
See, I was going to do something nice, but then you fucking opened your mouth. I'm kidding.
No, I just...
Oh my fucking god.
How about this? If you do not wish to lose Bug Vader, then why not put me in the wager?
You're not in any wager. I'm not wagering anybody.
Oh.
You guys are...
I'm taking these back then.
No.
I was gonna use these on Donovan.
Neither of you are getting in any sort of wager. If you want to wager something, then... Me.
You?
I do not have those kind of feelings for you. No, I wasn't... I wasn't meaning that. You just want Bug Vader to make me mad, right? Well, what else? What better than make me miserable without it? Straight to it. You just whine to the teacher again like you did today or yesterday. No, I won't.
He didn't whine to the teacher. That was me.
It's a pretty nice wager. No whining to the teacher about anything I do. And of course, we go back to the original arrangement. At least 3 times a week I expect homework in my PET. And just to make sure that you are not doing anything to it, you will provide a second set for yourself. Completely different answers. Deal. How's that, hack job?
Oh, you talking to me?
Still confident you can win?
Oh, yeah.
Then I'll see you guys at arcade. I'm peruse around here for a bit if you want any hope of beating me in Blitzman. Come on, Blitzman. Also, Alan. Yeah. I'd watch out. Beating me at my own game? It's a bit of a long shot, don't you think? Donovan goes to leave. Blitzman looks back. At that point of him saying that, he kind of like went kind of stoic face, looked over toward Alan, says, blitz, 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 and then he leaves.
God damn it, Blitzman.
Well, I guess gotta win, right?
I do not appreciate that you would offer your safety.
Then why did you push to make up a deal?
I thought we were just having a regular net battle. How did it end up like this?
How did it end up like this, Bug Vader?
I have no idea.
Usually there's a voice in my head that stops me from doing stupid things, but for some reason it's gone. I'm kidding.
I just wanted a duel and then he wagered me. I guess he also doesn't have confidence.
I guess he simply didn't like how you prodded at him. See, I only made fun of that stupid hair.
I don't think that helped either.
It probably didn't.
I didn't
But I felt, and it could be wrong and construed in some way, but I felt for every blow to the ego, for every blow to your skin, I felt it was an equivalent exchange.
I don't want to get back at Donovan. But thanks, both you guys, for being confident. Don't bet yourselves for anything, okay? Not without running everything by me first, at least. That's not worth it. Even if we weren't just talking about all the time and things that we put in for things, I don't want to see you guys go, you know? Not this soon. Not ever.
But we do not want to see you get hurt. We could have simply called it off right there.
So
but that is also that is also our fault, I'm afraid.
I don't think I'll get hurt. I just have to avoid him if we lose. Let's just go. Okay? I think we can As he's about to say that, he hears you guys hear a as you guys do. Boop. Over by the counter of this place, you guys see what appears to be a man with a duck mask.
Quack.
So you guys
She
gonna
actually
buy
says that.
anything or what?
She actually says that.
Quack.
Oh yeah, I wanted to check out your chips.
So you guys gonna buy anything? You're just gonna sit there.
We came with the intention to buy, but I guess we got more than what we bargained for. Da-da-da.
Hey, I get it.
I want to light this whole store on fire.
Puns.
Sorry, we didn't mean to make a scene or anything. Make a scene? Kid, that thing was huge. That thing's been here all the time. If I cared about any kind of public image, I wouldn't allow humongous robots in here. I'm a legitimate businessman here. I don't want that kind of thing on my bill.
Aha!
Points at Bug Vader like, aha. He gets it.
Da-da-da.
No, I don't really got a lot of things for you here. We had a bit of an oopsie happen the other night. But those of you wanna try to beat a kid like that, I mean, he's got a big old bulky boy up there. Maybe some kind of power to throw at him, or some kind of thing. Yeah. What kind of chips you looking for? Here, hold on. I'll throw out the standard array. As he goes and seems to go underneath the counter, he seems to throw out. Bing! A couple of chips down onto the counter. As he does, he seems to explain what a couple of them are. Here's your standard issue guard. If anybody throws an attack at you, a ranged attack, you can completely nullify the thing. Maybe make it either take half damage or completely nullify the attack. It's a pretty good one. I think we already have something like that.
I do that.
That's good. You got a Navi that can do it. That's fine. You got a chip that can do it. That's fine. What about this one? It's a heat shot. Throw a big old flame at the people as it explodes. Hits things next to it. It's pretty good. It's pretty heat shot. You shoot it. It's a heat. It's fire. You like it?
I have a question, Alan.
Yeah.
Because you said you had helped in the building of Blitzman. Would you know what he is weak against?
Weak against? From what I remember back in the day, we didn't really give him any sort of humongous weaknesses. I think he's a metal type Navi, so I don't think anything we have really can do much to him. Maybe if we had something search, but I don't think there's anything like that. He starts thinking. I've never been good at net battling. I've never been good at things like that. I don't really know weaknesses and other things like that, but he's big and bulky, maybe ranged attacks, so you can stay away from him.
This is a shrimp.
What can this do?
This is the heat shot. We also got cannon. It's a cannon, you know. You shoot people with a big old cannon. It's just damage cannons them. It's good. It's a good one. There's also the Vulcan. So it's like cannon, only it's like a bunch of cannons, but they're slightly weaker cannons. But you shoot them all, and it destroys things. It's pretty all right. It's a pretty all right thing here if you want it. There's also Bubbler. That's the shrimp. It's kind of like heat shot, but it's like Bubbler. You see, you shoot out a bubble, and it hits them, and it hits things behind them. It's pretty nice. Just shoot it. You shoot at people. What does water damage? It's pretty all right. Then we got this spreader, the spread shot. It spreads, it hits things all over the place. These are the best ones I got. Actually, unfortunately, but I haven't restocked since the whole theft thing happened. It's really just trying to get these off the shelves. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. That's all we got.
What was stolen anyway?
Looks over towards you, Bug Vader. Bug Vader, roll me a link.
All
Your link is a 4. Pretty good at these.
There's the dice.
17. Well,
Yay.
we you know, the standard things. Bunch of battle chips. A lot of I think one of the cash registers got completely taken out, but you know, we emptied those things at the end of the day. But they just took the cash register. It's kind of weird. Couple of monitors got taken. A chip. A chip was taken, and you know, some data might have gotten swiped at one point. That's a little bit. It's a little important. How important is it? Well, you know, the chip. It was a pretty powerful chip. It was something that, you know, I was kind of into. I can't remember what it's called. Trying to think.
Dale?
I think it was called Solar or something. Gunsoul?
Solar flare?
No. It was God, I can't remember. God. It's right on the tip of my tongue. It was this one chip as a solar gun. It was one of those knockoffs of the Django. You know, you understand. It's a really rare chip, and I was trying to collect a couple of them to make that pile driver combo. But unfortunately, it wasn't working out for me. So I was gonna sell it. My mall ID was taken. Your mall ID? Yeah, it was, you know, it's just, it's how you know, everybody here has one. All the shop owners at least. It lets you in and out of the mall. I'm telling people about it. I told the mall about it, and they haven't given me a new one yet because they're like, hey, you lost that one, and now we have to change all the security and everything. But I thought I had it pretty secure. I'm in a bit of trouble. Listen, I really need to sell these chips because I got a fine. So you gonna buy a chip or not?
Actually, sir, I have a question.
Hmm?
You are familiar with net battling, yes, and battle chips?
Yeah, I got a couple of battle chips. I got a couple of battles under my belt. I've gotten some belts, some titles, some title belts. I've done the things. I've watched the people. I can. Yeah, I've done that. What do you ask?
We heard a phrase. Do you know what a program advance is?
Program advance. Oh, I just mentioned it.
Hmm?
Oh, I guess you don't really know about them too well. The chip I was talking about, the gun soul, it's if you combine it with a couple of upgrades to it, you can make the pile driver combo. It's a program advance. It's a really high damaging move. I'm surprised a kid like you knows anything about it, or whatever you are. You look like are you a cosplayer? What are you doing?
This is a copy bot. I'm a Navi.
Oh, okay, that makes a lot more sense. But yeah, program advance, usually you take similar chips of either different variations of power or slightly different variations of ability, and you put them together, and they make this big ol' attack. It's a little hard to do so on the fly. You have to be pretty skilled to know the timing of it. But once you can do it, it's basically the easy mode to win most novice net battles.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell you now. I've seen a bunch of different ones. Let's see here. He goes on to the chips he has here, and then he brings out the cannon chip again. This one's the first step to one.
Oh, one.
Oh, I was looking at the cannon one anyway.
If you had this one, a high cannon and a mega cannon, you can make either the zeta cannon or the omega cannon, which basically lets you spam out all the cannon abilities like crazy at a heightened shot value, which is pretty okay. It's your standard program advance. And I think you got one here with this spreader. But it's a lot harder to pull off. You need a couple of very specific chips for that one. I think you need V shot, you need spread shot, you need shotgun. I think it's pretty okay. Makes a lot of sense in Navi, like you would know about program advances. However, you don't look like you're too combat ready. You're just showing off I guess you're a Navi, so it doesn't matter if you don't have armor on all your bits.
No, it is not actually relevant.
And you there, I'm guessing you're also a Navi with that whole thing going on with your head. So whose Navi is whose?
We're all his.
Oh, both of you are his? Are you like his girlfriend or something? What? No, she's my Navi too.
As Yome covers Alan's mouth, yes.
No, this is my Navi as well, sir. Oh, you got 3 of them. You got okay. My bad. I didn't see any emblem or anything with that one. I thought that maybe that big guy was hers. Usually that's how it happens. The guys get some girl Navis, and the girls get some guy Navis. They kind of leave impressions on themselves, you know, making like, oh, you're like my ideal guy, my ideal gal. You got it? That's not what's going on here, sir.
Gal.
That is definitely not what's going on. I saw a couple of people come in the other day. They were close as can be. Oh, that was icky. Just thinking about it. So much sexual tension in the room, like I cut it with a knife. Can we go back to the battle chip talk, please?
Sexual tension.
Oh yeah, well you see, I want to sell these battle chips because I have a fine going. Not that part.
So my question is, how was it in the 1920s, and why did you come to this era?
What are you talking about? You making fun of the way I talk, big man? I might have to charge you up on one of these battle chips now. I don't think I don't think you can really do that. They have prices on them. I could do it if I want. You're lucky I don't wanna.
Thank you for not wanting to.
Yeah, that's right. So you gonna buy something or you gonna buy something? Are those the
Maybe
only
the
two
cannon
options?
would be useful to us. Seeing how it's a part of a basic program advance, we could start working towards it and understanding how to do it.
You had said before. You had said before that you used to dabble in net battling. Does that mean that you have a personal stash of battle chips?
Personal stash. I mean, I might have a personal stash of them.
They're not really battle chips, see?
Here you go.
Fucking what?
I'm gonna seduce this fucker out of his battle chips.
Freaking try it. Go for it. Roll it.
Okay.
See if you can.
This isn't gonna work. This isn't gonna work. Every time I have malicious intentions, it backfires on me. Oh, almost nat 20.
Sorry, man, I'm loyal. Sorry, ma'am, I'm loyal. Anyway.
God damn it. It always happens. Oh well, I gave it the old college try.
Gave it the old college try. Which, by the way, I've learned recently means actually the opposite of what a lot of people thinks it means.
I have no idea what the hell it means.
Well, it's supposed to, like, a lot of people use it like, oh, you know, you gave it, you did your best, you gave it a college try, whenever actually, like, a college try is supposed to mean, like, bad.
Oh. Well then, I learned today. Well, I can't seduce him out of battle chips. Somebody else try.
I mean, we could just buy them, Yome.
Yeah, I'm going to buy them.
Well, I mean, yeah, we would buy them after he showed them to us.
So which ones you looking at? Which ones you looking at, big man?
These 3.
Oh, you're gonna buy 3 of them. Oh, that's gonna really help out with the fines. Trying to go for the Vulcan, the spread shot, and the cannon you got there.
Yep.
All right, that'll be 5 million. I'm kidding. All right, you got this. You got that. All right, let's see here. You got what's going on there. It's pretty good. It's pretty all right. Yeah, I can do that. I can definitely do that. And then, all right, that's gonna be 2,500 zenny.
checks pockets.
I mean, we do have our own joint account.
Yeah,
That
aren't
would
we at-
be roughly half of what we currently have.
Yeah, I
That
thought
is
we were at
very
5,000.
Yeah, you guys have at the moment, with you guys spending a little bit of it. You guys spent
We spent-
200 of it already, so you guys are at 5,500.
Yeah, this would leave us at 270.
Well, no, you're at 5,500 right now. Because you
Yeah,
spent
wait,
200.
what did you
Oh
just
no,
say?
no, you had 5,900 before. Never mind.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So yeah, if you did this, it'd leave you down to it'd leave you at 2,700. You want to do it?
If we're hoping to win this bet, it would be advisable.
I want them, but it is our money.
I'm in favor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here you go. He goes forward with his PET. At which point he and the shopkeeper end up getting things ready. He takes his stuff over to the cash register. He connects everything. As it happens, the person behind the counter hands over all three of the chips: the Vulcan, the spreader, and the cannon. At which point, Alan goes, "Thanks a lot." Don't problem about it. Don't worry about it. Hey, by the way, kid, if you ever get any excess battle chips, I do somewhat collect. I do somewhat collect rare chips. If you ever find anything.
And we would be trade. We'd be willing to trade.
Fucking, I would probably be willing to trade even without you seducing me. But go ahead.
I just love having this stupid thing. I just love it. I just love rolling it.
Yome, I don't understand. Why is it
12
every
plus
time?
6.
Why is it every time you end a sentence you just jiggle your tits at someone?
No, she just flutters her eyes a lot. That's a 16.
Is this some new form of communication I'm unfamiliar with?
That's 18,
if
Squeaky.
Let me try
Yeah,
that.
I know. I was gonna say if we add the link, it's 18. What does that
No,
get me?
no, Squeaky. It's
Huh?
a 12
Yeah,
plus 6.
yeah,
What's that make?
yeah. That's it. Oh, it's a 20. I'm not good at math.
That's a very
I just-
attractive Navi you have there. About if I take her back in the back? I'm kidding. Goes,
So you jiggle your tits. Let me try.
Will it get us a discount?
yes. You and me go back in the back, and I come back, and oh no, someone else, all these other things are already stolen, and oh man, it sucks. I'm kidding. But no, he looks over toward Alan. They complete their purchase, and he goes, "There you go, kid. Between you and me, when it comes to that other kid that just came there, again, I'm a bit of a net battler. I'm a bit of a net battler myself. Your idea that you had earlier was kind of okay. Keep a distance. However, I will have you note, the kid there walked out with a pretty interesting battle chip. Just
What
letting
was
you
it?
know, between you and me, and between you and your Navis, and basically between, I guess, everyone here, the kid favors arena grabs. Now, what that means is that he's going to try to limit your space. He's going to try to limit how far you can leave him, how far you can do things in a turn. And I'm telling you right now, he has a bit of a penchant towards melee attacks. The attack that he had there, kind of tries to think, kind of like calls Alan in to whisper to him, as Alan just goes, guys, kind of motions you guys to come over.
Alright, I'll come over.
Shouldn't tell
Right
you how,
behind Alan.
shouldn't tell you how to beat other people, but honestly, the guy seems like a bit of a douche. He got a fan chip.
What's that do?
Well, a fan chip is a bit of a junk data chip. What it does is sending it behind your opponent blows them into you. You understand? a guy like that really wants to stay close quarters with you. So if you can avoid the fan, you can avoid staying in close quarters with him. However, it's a bit of a hassle to avoid the fan. You gotta completely destroy it. Doesn't got a lot of power, but I'd say that at least the cannon there would have a chance to destroy it in one shot. The spreader probably not. The Vulcan, if you hit all the shots, you might get it. But I'd say go with something like the cannon if you just want to get rid of the fan right out. That'd be my thing for you. Thanks for the advice. Other than that, if you want a heat shot, this is a good chip. If you want a bubblers, and I know you already have a guard, but you can never have too many guards. I don't think we're gonna buy any more, sir. Well, this shop's for paying customers only, so you probably need to get out. You okay? And I didn't tell you nothing about we were talking about young man things. Listen, I know your body's changing, and I know you're starting to think some strange thoughts, but just come back to talk to me about. We're going. Alan leaves without you guys.
You didn't see a young boy on 3net Navies. You saw a cosplayer and a guy and his girlfriend.
What? Hold on. Meow.
You gonna say something slightly threatening or slightly sexy to me too?
No.
No.
You sure you don't want to?
Pretty sure.
Then get out of here. Paying customers only.
Why would you like that?
He likes it.
Paying customers only. Get out of here.
Paying customers only. It's either paying customers or people willing to spank them.
As Bug Vader's like, well, if there's any way we could get more chips, Jiggles held it. That's how
Sparks.
Get out of here.
Thank you.
Guys, you have obtained 3 new battle chips. As you guys have done so, let me move these 3 out of the way. I'm surprised you guys didn't go for the heat shot.
I mean, my logic would have been he's a steel type, weak against fire, but I don't think
Pokemon
Pokemon logic
that's
works
not how
here.
that goes.
Yeah, so there
I'm
went
gonna
that.
Be right back. We're gonna end things in a minute. As you guys go outside, Alan's just kind of waiting out. Well, we have a shot, I think.
And Bug Vader does use mainly long-range weapons. So as long as he keeps a distance, he should be able to strike Blitzman.
Well, I don't think there's too much of a problem with that. Bug Vader, I know you're not here right now because you said you'd be right back, but I really want to say something to you. So I'm gonna have to wait and stall for time because there's not really a lot to do after I talk to you guys right here. We're gonna be ending the stream very soon, you see.
I passed off as human.
Okay, I'll take my shit in a bit. What is it?
Bug Vader, could you do me a favor? Take it a little easy on Blitzman today, okay? Not too easy. I don't want you guys to lose. I don't want you to lose at all, but...
Look, again, I'm not angry at Blitzman. I'm angry at Donovan.
That's not the point. I keep asking Donovan about it, but... Blitzman looks like he's not moving as fast as he should. I noticed it whenever you guys were fighting, but I think he might have some data corruption. It'd be a simple problem to fix, but Donovan doesn't trust me, and I think I know why. It shouldn't hinder him too much, so again, I don't want you to lose, Bug Vader, but if we do end up winning, or if we do end up doing anything else, let's make sure that he logs out safe, okay?
Alright.
Mm.
Also, so you know, Alan, I wasn't gonna give myself up easily. Remember, if he took me, he took everything along with me.
Oh my gosh. Was this a plan? Bug, were you trying to do something dumb again?
Only if you lost.
Why did... Kind of like looks at you, Bug Vader. Bug?
He shrugs. I don't think he can be in this body, which I guess makes sense.
What does that mean he's in the PET?
Yeah, hold on. He goes down to the PET. As he does, he seems to turn up the volume of the PET. Looking at the PET, you guys see what appears to be standing in the PET in the with the Met tools. Where's it at? I lost it already. Where'd it go? There it is. It was in a tree. Bug! Bug, ever since the others logged out, you seem to have had a pretty interesting time. As soon as Bug Vader logged out of the PET and then followed by Cross, you were able to very slowly but surely gain some sort of consciousness from yourself as you rose up and, well, inside the PET, you look around. You are tinier than a Metul. Bug, what have you been doing?
Don't look down on me. This is the moment I've been waiting for. Don't you look down on me either.
My God.
Now then. We're going... Okay, but first. Give me all the information you have on this Donovan fella.
Beep boop beep beep.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Beep boop 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 beep boop.
Okay, yes. It was
This is fucking Mario Brothers.
Yes.
I understand that, but
They've got little mustaches now.
the sooner we get to Donovan's PET, the sooner the plan will commence.
You have the two Met tools throughout the last half an hour, messing around trying to get any and all information that is about Donovan from the PET. As all this has been going on, they eventually did come back to you. All the information about Donovan that they found on the PET seemed to have been. Let me roll real quick, because something technically is here, but it's gonna need a really big roll. Oh my fucking.
I love being these things.
That's a fucking nat 20.
Okay, I'm done.
Bug Vader,
Having so much fucking fun.
what you have gotten from looking out through all of the data that the Met tools have brought to you, anything having to do with Donovan, you seem to have found. First off, you do know that he has his. Not Bug Vader. You do know that he has his contact information here. You also know that you have found. You do know how that there are a lot of pictures and things that are taken that seem to be on the computer but not on here. The med tools bring you something interesting, however.
Oh. Gimme.
This med tool, the one that just jumped him, said beep beep beep, seemed to have brought you all of the data that has accumulated over all of the times that Blitzman has defeated Alan's old Navi.
Oh.
Basically, showing you the three main attacks that Donovan and Blitzman have been using through those things, which had to have been the Blitz Rush, the Arena Grab, and the Blitz Crush, which you guys saw during the time he fought Smokeman, but this actually gives you hard damage numbers. Like how much each of those attacks actually hit for.
I see.
However, this one, because of a fucking nat 20, brings back something very, whatever, very interesting. Just kind of whatever. Just kind of brings you back the entire schematics of Blitzman.
You are my #1 tool.
At least as far as the Blitzman that was there, the Blitzman that was there back whenever Donovan and Alan had first built him. You look and see that there are quite a few changes from this model and the current model that that Donovan has. However, this basically shows you most of the code that makes up the core of Blitzman. As you gain these two very valuable pieces of information, eventually the screen in front of you turns on after quite a while of not being on, as you see looking in what appears to be Alan, Vader, Yome, and Cross just kind of like looking in like, Bug, are you in there?
I'm very busy. I'm, Quick, give me an excuse.
Masturbating.
No, not masturbating. What do I look like? Some deprived teenager? I was brushing my teeth.
Are you okay? I didn't think you could be separate from... hold on.
You don't know a lot of things about me. But I know a lot of things about Blitzman.
Your cyber body only has 1 HP.
Oh! Look, when I called him my #1 tool, I'm not saying that I disrespect you. You're my left hand. Look,
Bug,
the three
it
of us
doesn't
are
look
friends.
like you have... It doesn't look like you're very stable. I'm not sure if you can really leave the PET at all.